It's your boy Mac Mean. True story. All stories are not true, but this one is. And even though I know you hate it, but we're gonna talk about Rikers Island, the corrupt cops, the Turtles, and the E.S.U. They don't really talk about all that, but we're gonna talk about that today, man. Let me set this thing up here. Rikers Island, you know what I'm saying? Hey. Okay. Let me turn that down. I gotta keep my eye on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it today. Let's get on it. Oh, I'm missing you. We're gonna talk about this thing today, baby. Oh. Let me see what we got here. Where the people at, man? I'm gonna throw the link up there today. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get to it today, man. We're gonna get to it today, man. Let me put the link up here. And I'm gonna separate some of the I can't tell you what I'm doing. Guess you just gotta see it, you know what I'm saying? Let me just wait for a couple people to get up in this room before we open these doors up, you know what I'm saying? Here I got going on around this joint. Oh, I'm missing you. If you here, man, tap in. Let me know what's up. Hit the like button. Do something like that. Show us some activity around this joint piece. I'm still trying to set it up. You know what I'm saying? What up, Wax? What up, Wax? Diggity dog. Yo, you mad funny? Yo, nigga mad funny. Kermit is about to, that Kermit, boy. Hit the like button when you walk up in this joint, man. Let y'all know about these corrupt ass cops. I seen an interview with one. I personally know a corrupt, you know what I'm saying, correction officer. I mean, like in real time, like somebody that I grew up with. I never knew he was a C.O. and none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just found this out recently. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, he was gonna plug me in with old boy that did the corruption officer. I forgot his name. Hayward. He plugged me in with him. You know what I'm saying? He's my Facebook friend and all that. I didn't reach out to him yet to get the interview, but he knows that, you know what I'm saying, that there's something in place. So I'm gonna end up interviewing old boy. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be fun. Cause I'm gonna ask him the shit that Queenzflip and them niggas ain't asking. You know what I'm saying? Put that on the tag for me. You know what I'm saying? For real. All right, give me a second. For now, I'm playing the music. See if we can get 10, 15 people up in here before I just start talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm play some music, see how that go. This is a beat that I'm working on right here. Captain Bailey, definitely talking about that nigga. See, I knew Captain Bailey personally, you know what That's something I'm playing with. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Captain Bailey. Y'all heard me talk about Captain Bailey a few times this shit. You know what I'm saying? But Captain Bailey is way worse than niggas ever explain, man. You want to know why? Because you got cops. You know what I'm saying? You got cops that's kind of corrupt, and then you got cops and they stupid. You know what I mean? But then you got cops that got ambition, and the ones that got the ambition, bro, them the niggas that be the worst ones. The ones that got ambition. What I mean is that nigga is not there just to get no 9-to-5 job. He ain't there to, you know what I'm saying, to be playing with y'all. He there to try to come up, and he see the weakness in inmates. The cops that really get up there, that really start getting that rank and be able to, you know what I'm saying, like make laws that happen, and you know what I mean, like change laws and shit like that. Bruh, those are the ones that see the big picture. They don't see it as a job. They're looking at this shit as a career. You feel me? They don't have the same ambition as the regular, you know what I'm saying, cop that's sitting around, you know, just collecting the check. These niggas see the bottom line. What I mean by that is that they know that it's easy to manipulate the system in a way where if you do a good job or seemingly do a good job, that you'll be able to get promoted and move up. You know what I mean? And so it's not all about money. A lot of times that shit be about straight up power and exerting power. You know what I mean? Like, you don't understand. Like, niggas think they know what's going to happen when they get up in that cell. You think that you about to go up in the jail and I'm about to have me a good bid and everything, and the only thing I got to worry about is these inmates. Now, let me explain how I go, right? Bees, what up, bro? In 4 building, when we was adolescents, everybody know this cop. His name is Vol, V-O-L. They called him Officer V. You know what I'm saying? He was a little short, fucking, you know what I mean, square shaped motherfucking cop, right? What's up? What's up? Chastity Panther. You know what I'm saying? It's a little short motherfucker. I mean, like you ain't even know what he was on until it happened. What I mean by that is this, right? In Mod 9, when we was adolescents, now mind you, adolescents is 16, 17, and 18-year-olds, right? Imagine that. 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. You get these little niggas coming up in the house, you know what I'm saying? And on one side of the house, you got 50 inmates that's from Brooklyn, and you got 50 inmates that's from the Bronx. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Now, when those inmates, like say for instance, if a cop don't like this, you know what I mean, on one of these inmates and shit, and the dude come up in there and he's a Bronx dude, you know what I mean? Instead of putting you in on the Bronx side, he'll put you in on the Brooklyn side and let you get ran out. You know what I'm saying? Sir Early, Don Philly, salute. You know what I mean? Webster, what about Webster, sir? You know what I mean? So Vol was known in Mod 9 that if you go to Mod 9 and you had a problem with Officer V, they called him V. He let niggas run niggas out of his house all the time. Like, it was known, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't go up in there. You know how a nigga come up in there, he think he about to snitch and rat? Like, you go to Vol and you go rat and tell Vol, you know what I'm saying? Yo, these niggas was, you know what I'm saying, ran up on a cell and all that. You feel me? Up in my locker, because in Mod 9, there was no cells. It was like a dorm. And Bam Bam, who's from Bronx River, and Mod 9, Bam had to be in Mod 9 for like 2 years. Bam was so known to be up in there, and so many niggas wanted to chop Bam head off, including Shoeshine and all of them niggas. They all had a hit for Bam Bam. Like, they hated Bam Bam, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hated Bam because Bam stayed up in that house for dumb years. And even though he was black, he ran with a lot of Spanish niggas. You know, Bronx niggas, we know a lot of Spanish dudes. And it was kind of weird going to jail and you be a Bronx nigga and then find out the niggas is having problems with Spanish. You know, I'm like, damn, the fuck? You know what I mean? I grew up with these niggas. Why would I be having some problems with the motherfucking niggas I grew up with that held me down my whole life? You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. You know, and Bam was on it like that. Bam was the smoothest motherfucking nigga, but you heard Mod 9. On the one side, you had the Brooklyn side. This kid named Sterling was over there. I ain't really know Sterling like that. There was a few Brooklyn niggas over there, and they was known for beating niggas up too. But when they used to catch one of them Brooklyn niggas on the Bronx side, oh boy. Talking about 30 little skinny Spanish niggas beating the shit out of you, running in your locker, taking all your shit, you know what I'm saying? Taking your Walkman, you know what I mean? Your sneakers, beating the shit out of you, cutting you up, all that. Officer V, his thing was this. Listen, man, y'all can run the nigga out the house, but if there's blood or I got to do paperwork, it's going to be a problem. So they was notorious for just beating niggas up, jumping them, and running them out the house. God forbid a Brooklyn nigga. Yo, when you used to come in there, like on, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll have you in between. It's called the A and B gate. You know what I mean? Like, so basically on this side, on the south side, you know what I'm saying? That's all Bronx house. And on the north side, that's all Brooklyn. And then you walking up in there, God forbid you a nigga from Queens or Staten Island or some shit like that. And they got to figure out what side you're going to be on. You might just be getting flipped from Mart 9 to Mart 8 to Mart, not Mart 7. Mart 7 was the MO house. They'll just flip you all around. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the days when they said Queens, they said Queens. No disrespect to my people from Queens. You know what I mean? Hit the like button if you ain't hit it already. Any questions, I'm going to answer that in a second. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking at the comments right now. I just want to get past this first little gate. You know what I'm saying? Well, I am looking at the comments. You know what I'm saying? I see my boy eBay. Now I was just saying dude was short. Dude was short like Webster. Oh, you talking about the Officer Bull, piece of shit. I'm going to tell y'all about Officer Bullock from C-74. Now, mind you, this is adolescents. We ain't even getting to Captain Bailey with the adults yet, the way they was rocking. We talking about the adolescents. You talking about your kid is going up in jail because he nigga don't know how to stop stealing, and he's 16 years old, and he runs into this. You know what I mean? And back then, it was razor tag all day. You know what I mean? Like the niggas was letting them razors fly. Niggas was getting cut. Every time you went to the clinic, there was a nigga sitting in the clinic with some ridiculous looking fucking what they call them shit, butterfly stitches. It's like they was getting them butterfly stitches by the boat. Because every time he went up in there, I remember two of my niggas from Andrews came through. I was working the pens. I used to love working the bullpens and seeing these new niggas come through. That way I could swindle them out they watch or something like that. Make them give me their watch. Make them give me their Jamaican belts, some shit like that. You know, I had a little fetish for Jamaican belts. That's how I got into a problem with Lakey the Kid. You know what I'm saying? Lakey the Kid is the dude that was having a problem. You know what I'm saying? That was in from Queensbridge. That was so-called, you know, robbing all these niggas, giving all these niggas problems, Prodigy and all of them, you know what I'm saying? So Lakey, I went up and this is, I know we talking about corrupt COs, but let me tell you how me and Lakey bump heads. Lakey, when I got the two top chop shop, hit the like button if you fucking with the kid. I was known in the pens to take shit from people, you know what I'm saying? Like I did that. Victim turn victimizers. I mean, niggas stole my sneakers from under my bed. When I first came to Rikers Island, I only stayed there for one day, and then I knew the program after that. This is what it is. We got robbed niggas. You feel me? So cool. I'm robbing niggas in the street. Now I'm in jail, and we're going to rob these niggas in jail, too. That was my mentality. And I had a little fetish for Jamaican belts in 92. You know what I mean? So if you came through with a Jamaican belt, I probably took that shit from you. You know what I'm saying? Amongst other things, too. You know what I mean? Like, I took sneakers that ain't even fit me. I ain't give a fuck. I'll be looking like I'm bow-legged, you know what I'm saying? Stuffing somebody new sneakers on my feet. You know what I mean? So that's real talk, right? Now, I get the two top. God bless the dead. Twin is there. You know what I'm saying? I think Twin was either Coochie Frito code defender from Brooklyn or somebody else. Twin got cut up there. Muslim brother named Sincere cut him. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's not what we called him. We called him something else, but not Sincere, Sinclair. That's what they called him. It was unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? That happened, but how I bumped into me and Lakey had bumped into problems. I get the two top, you know what I'm saying? There's a kid named Die Hard that was like on the other side. Then you had like Shoe Shine on the other side, two top, you know what I mean? And then you had me, Twin, Sinclair, a couple of niggas was over there. Lion was downstairs and two lower. You know what I mean? Lion end up catching a murder charge for cutting somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or allegedly, whatever. Anyway, I get up there, I get in the cell, niggas come to my cell and hit on the cell like, yo, you got a problem with Lakey? I'm like, who the fuck is Lakey? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even like that name. Lakey, who the fuck is that? Like, oh, old boy from Queens, he said you took his Jamaican belt. I said, that nigga capping. I ain't robbed that nigga. I'd have remembered him. We never bumped heads. We stayed in the house together, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Until I left up out of there. I left Two Top and went up north. I went up north from Two Top, I think. I was a Two Top. Yeah, I went up north from Two Top because I was sentenced. You know what I'm saying? But back to this nigga Vol. Matter of fact, we ain't gonna talk about Vol. Vol was PG. You know what I'm saying? Because Vol really did was let inmates get jumped. You know what I'm saying? The foul thing about Vol, you know what I mean, why he had a name is because he was known in Mar 9 to let niggas get jumped. They would jump Bam. Yo, listen, if you had a problem with Bam was getting you jumped. You was getting beat the fuck up by 30 Puerto Ricans. And that was the end of it. He was strong in that house. And that's what happens when you end up landing in a house, you know what I'm saying? And you stay there for a long, long time. He had problems when he came out of there, you know what I mean? But for the time that he was up in there, Bam was known for sending niggas up out of there, you know what I mean? Up out of there. I mean, there was a couple houses that was like that. A lot of houses were separated. This is like Mart 8 was the Queen's house. Fat Cat and them was up in Mart 8. You know what I'm saying? Not the old Fat Cat, but the old Fat Cat's son, young Fat Cat. You know what I'm saying? So you have Fat Cat. Who was some other Queens? I don't know. But BULLOCK, Officer BULLOCK, and Captain Boone. Let me tell you about BULLOCK. They always talk about Captain Bailey, but I only seen Captain Bailey slap a nigga one time. And that's when I was in the boat for a quick violation. I was in a violation, and I seen Captain Bailey. I'm like, is this Captain Bailey? They was calling him DEP Bailey. Now he's running E.S.U, so he's not a regular captain anymore. Like a lot of times when you a career crook, you go up in there, you know what I'm saying? The cops be C.O.s at first, and then if you come back years later, you'll find out these niggas is they went from C.O. to captain to warden, like that, you know what I mean, and shit like that. But he was running the E.S.U. E.S.U is emergency service unit. Niggas like talking about the Turtles, cause what's up? You know what I'm saying? They like talking about the Turtles. The Turtles wasn't worse than the E.S.U. E.S.U came through. You know what E.S.U was? Gang intelligence, nigga. When niggas, when the gangs first started, y'all, right? Niggas used to be in they cell, real talk, on everything I love, writing the entire history of the fucking gang down on papers, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The history was written down. Now, you know what I mean? The gang niggas might get mad at me for telling y'all this, but this is common knowledge. It is what it is. Don't act like no bitch ass niggas. Don't act like niggas wasn't stupid. And the same thing happened with all of us that was in there. You know what I mean? Niggas wrote shit down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and in the beginning, before the gangs really started popping, they ain't know how to manage this. The cops ain't know what to do. They ain't know how the gangs are spreading and all that. And then they start finding lessons in niggas' books. I'm talking about regular composition books. Niggas is up in there, you know what I'm saying, with a couple cappuccino, hitting the boom, 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 boom. You feel me? Whipping that fucking coffee up, coffee drinking ass niggas, you know what I'm saying? And writing love letters in them books, telling them cops every fucking thing about your gang, nigga. I'm talking about everything. Every single thing, nigga. So by the time they formed the gang intelligence, they was like, you know what? Let's go confiscate the books. And now they going through this shit. They like, oh, word. So they more versed. A lot of these cops was more versed than the niggas that was banging. Niggas would come to this to the banging shit and wouldn't know nothing. They just know that, you know what I'm saying, my man's in them is gang bangers, so now I'm a gang banger. But they didn't know no history. The cops knew the history. The cops was ripping that motherfucking history out them books and putting together a narrative. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, they niggas start getting hit. The E.S.U was the ones that expedite that. Hit the fucking like button. The Turtles, this is what the Turtles was. Niggas used to always talk about the Turtles. Watch out for the Turtles. Watch out for the Turtles. The Turtles was pussy, man. Turtles, they was more image than anything. So the Turtles would come through, you know what I mean? Let's say, for instance, the Turtles is the reason why they call these niggas the Turtles in the first place. Can anybody tell me why they call the Turtles the Turtles? Because this is before the E.S.U. This is before the E.S.U. was formed that niggas is so scared of. You know what I'm saying? The E.S.U., I'm going to tell you the difference between the E.S.U. and the Turtles. You know what I'm saying? Which I say corrupt cops, but you know what? Just to be honest, let's look at it on a human level, right? If you had to manage murderers and rapists and, you know what I'm saying, and organized criminals and shit like that, right? If you come in there like Mr. Rogers, you're going to get ran over. Ran the fuck over. You know what I'm saying? A fucking punk C.O. cannot work on Rikers Island, especially a punk female C.O. You know what I'm saying? You got to go up in there and you got to get, helmets and shit. My man Robo used to break they fucking helmets with kicks. He used to fucking kick their helmet and crack their helmet. Everybody know Robo. Last time I seen Robo was in Attica too. You know what I'm saying? Robo, the Robo that used to walk around for 3 years, Robo had a cast on his arm and he was cracking motherfuckers' heads. You know what I'm saying? So the helmets and shit, okay, they call them the turtles because those big ass, you know how those big ass things they wear on them, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? It was because of that. Like a bulletproof vest, it was like a knife-proof vest, you know what I'm saying? And they'd be bulky like turtles, you know what I mean? That's why they call them the turtles. But them niggas was suckers, man. They used to come by, you know what I mean? You go into the mess hall and be like, yo, look at they'll be marching like this, coming down like that. And then everybody, while you walk in the mess hall, you like, oh, look at these niggas right here. Then you gotta go and put your face on the wall. You gotta put your forehead on the wall, and the front of your toes gotta touch the wall, and your forehead gotta touch the wall. I seen niggas do like this. They gotta be on that motherfucking wall, and they just kind of look sideways, like let me see who over there. You feel me? And they got masks on too. They don't let you see who they is. And I seen niggas just pull them niggas out and warn them, like, yo, bro, we remember your face. What's so weird about them turtles? They always did remember your face. You know what I'm saying? Now, the turtles wasn't really that bad. When they called the turtles, it was just to slow shit down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if there was a problem and there wasn't enough COs. And a lot of the COs that was just like, over there on this gate and this gate, when they formed, they was just like pulling out niggas, you know what I'm saying, that was trained to do all that shit. I used to see them when I was in North Facility, like outside doing exercises around the water. Them niggas was kind of different, you know what I mean? And then the E.S.U. took over. See, the E.S.U., they had to have a more let's just say advanced way of trying to fight whatever the fuck was going on in Allen. You know what I mean? Now, fuck the corrupt police. They was worrying about the inmates that was organizing and making shit happen. You feel where I'm coming from? They figured it out. You know what I mean? The reason why they figured out, because niggas told on themselves. After a while, how niggas was passing the history around or whatever they wanted other niggas to know, the kites that they did, like those big ass kites and those big ass books, you had to get smart. You know they coming up in there. You know what I mean? This is before you start getting charges and shit. This is right around the time when they start giving niggas new charges. The reason why I caught a new charge is because I was in Allen when the Sentencing Reform Act happened, and also when they made that a charge. I didn't know. If I knew that you was gonna get a new charge for whopping a nigga, I would have took old boy and cut him like that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And if y'all understand what I'm talking about the story about how I got a new charge during the time when I got sentenced. You know what I'm saying? For cutting a nigga in the court. You know, like that, and that's what it was. I mean, a lot of people looked at that shit like it was something like you cut a nigga in court or whatever, or you turned up and downstate. Nigga, all that shit was due to ignorance. If I knew better, I wouldn't have did that. Right then and there, right when I got my 20 years, I could have got a fucking another, like, for real, because I would have been a 3-time felon under that. If I didn't beat that assault, you know what I'm saying, I would have had life. I would have had something with a life on it. And they would have ran it concurrent, not consecutive, like putting the bids together concurrent. They would have put it to the side of my shit. Why? Because I just got sentenced. The day I got sentenced, you know what I'm saying, was the day I caught a new charge in court. You know what I mean? So the E.S.U., they used to be around in the courts once in a while too. You know what I'm saying? The Turtles, they would never be in the courts. You know what I mean? Like once in a while, you see the E.S.U. Hit the like button if you ain't hit it already. Right? Anyway, let me get something to drink real quick. Give me 1 second. You feel me? Now, the E.S.U., I'm going to show you something, right? Okay, the way niggas start hiding shit. What's the best way to hide something? And don't say in your ass. Some of them niggas think that's the best way to hide your shit. Stick it in your ass. Oh boy, man. They not gonna let me monetize this shit. You know what I'm saying? What the best way to hide shit is when you learn it in your mind and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But some niggas, they couldn't, you know, they couldn't do that. So they still wrote things down and they try to hide it. Slowly but surely, they will run up in there, you know what I mean, in the cell blocks. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Fred? Right? They'll run up in the cell blocks and they would start getting hit. And honestly, to be real, you know, they didn't need niggas to snitch. Niggas told on themselves. Imagine the cops coming, you know what I'm saying, and pulling somebody out. And then next thing you know, they pull somebody else out and bring that dude back. You want to know that he talked. He talked. He didn't set himself up like that. The inmates, they fucking told on themselves. Nigga, these niggas would be on the gates throwing all the new, every piece of lingo, code, and everything got decoded right there on the gates. They didn't need to do nothing. Niggas was talking on them gates. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up in a few. Let me put the link up there. Tales of the Pen. That's my boy Fred White. There go the link. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka, man. Hit the like button if you ain't hit it already. 21 likes, 31 people in the building. You might have forgot. You know what I'm saying? Show me some love. Anybody want to hit that link? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. Now, I remember this. Niggas started getting smart, right? And I seen this in the Beacon. But they like, okay, think about it like this, right? Let's say you got a cement block wall, or you're just in a corner, like it's a cement cell. You can't do this in HDM because HDM, what I'm about to tell y'all, had metal walls. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you a can of sardines, nigga. You know, you think you're going, nigga, you hit the cell wall, and that shit is shake down the 20 cell, and you in number 2 cell. And this is a fact. They was all connected, old school type shit. You know what I'm saying? When they open up the gate, they do some shit. They put a big ass, you know, skeleton key in the shit, turn it, and then hit it's manual. It's like a wheel. They hold the shit and they crank it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the cell's open. And when they want to open a specific cell, they'll keep the locks on it and they'll release that lock for your cell. I guess there was numbers in there, you know what I'm saying? Like 1 through 20. And then that's how they will let you out of your cell. You know what I mean? Now, dig this. Hold on, let me get some water, something to drink real quick. Nigga, I could tell y'all so many stories and some of these things. Nearly homeless, respect for sharing. My vid max shit got 100 views and 15 likes, 0 dislikes. Yo, everybody, you know what I mean? My boy Nearly Homeless started this channel. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Homage? Sakari Styles. He got his channel popping. And I swear to God, I know I'm going to love his channel. I like the first video. Super honest, super respectful, right? And then super intelligent when it comes down to, you know, like common sense shit, street shit, stocks and stuff like that, and just seeing the future for what it is. You know what I mean? So if y'all get a chance, my boy Nearly Homeless, please subscribe to this channel. Let's get him up there, give him some confidence and shit. You know what I'm saying? And do this. Hit the like button, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Let's do this for real. All right, now those cells that's cinder blocks, you know what I mean, or bricks. What happens is this is what you could do. This is how I used to hide my bangers once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got a nice piece that I wanted to. For a second, I was obsessed with bangers. You know, when I was adolescent, I was obsessed with razors and shit like that. And if the nigga had a razor, I'd do anything to get it from him, even if I had to rob him for it. You know what I'm saying? But when I got older and I started, you know, bidding with the adults, I'm like, damn, these niggas is big. I can't just cut this nigga. This nigga, after I cut him, you know what I'm saying, he might want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get a bone crusher. So this is what I used to do. In HDM, down the middle of the now mind y'all, all this shit I'm telling y'all is shit that really happened, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? They fixed a lot of this shit up. This is old work, right? Now, in the middle of the ground, think about a floor that's like a ground solid, like marble almost. Like I don't know if it's like almost marble or some shit, them floors, but they not marble because they used to chip up all the time, right? In the middle of it, there's a beam. You know what I'm saying? A beam about this, around this thick, but this high. You know what I'm saying? Let's think of like let's say like a ruler, but just a skinnier version. Okay, let me show you this, right? Like say for instance, this is the metal, right? And it goes from the length of the block, the entire block. So this is the ground, right? Boom. And this metal piece is in between. I guess this is like a divider. You know what I'm saying? And only thing you can see is just the little gold part. It was brass, right? I used to rip that out of the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you chipping through fucking cement or any block you went to, the cops knew that what niggas was doing. You rip a piece of that fucking shit out, right? And then walk up and down the walls and you know what I'm saying? Like shave it. You see a nigga doing this? On Rikers Island, it's a no-no. In HDM, that shit was a no-no. If I ever seen a nigga doing that shit in my block, keep your eyes on that nigga right there. Because it's one of us that he trying to come for. You know what I'm saying? So certain houses, that shit just wasn't allowed. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do that. You couldn't just go to a house, you know what I mean, and sharpen a bang up unless you wanted to get poked in your head with one of them shits. You know what I'm saying? So niggas ain't do that. Now, inside your cell, right? I mean, on the center block, what you need to do is you shave the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a white cell, you know what I mean? Like that's a beautiful thing. Why? Because you can. I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say if I'm shaving the in between the center blocks, the cement, right? You collect the cement, right? Boom, and then you put water on the cement. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some toothpaste in there. If you're in a cell that's pure white, you can just take the toothpaste and seal the shit back up. So what you're doing is you digging like you digging something, you know, like you digging that shit out, and it leaves a space in there. Now you take your banger after you sharpen that bitch up. You get some dental floss. I mean, niggas used to be trying to flush their shit down the toilet and all that, and then pull it back up. The cops got hip to that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you what I used to do. You take all that fucking cement, right? You take some water, you know what I mean? Some toothpaste, and you make a paste out of it. So like it's almost like plaster. You take your banger, you put it up in it. You take a dental floss or a piece of a string, you know what I'm saying? Tie it to the end of it. You lodge that motherfucker up in there, and then you paste that shit back up on it, and it looks like the regular wall. And you keep a little piece of the fucking string out. Hit the like button if y'all ain't do it, man. All y'all up in here, hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Put a little piece of string in that joint. You know what I mean? And then when it's time to go to work, you feel me? You just fucking rip it out. Just like that. You just pull it out. It's soft. Pause. You know what I mean? So that's how it went. You know what I mean? To do your bangers. Other times, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been in spots where, if you know the fans, I'll rip the back. I had a fetish for that shit. I used to tell the Muslims, yo, bring your boots, all the boots that you could bring. This before they start getting hit that there was metal shanks in the boots. What I mean by that is this. Timberlands. The Timberland company. Up north, they completely stopped you from being able to get Timberlands that had metal shanks. And then Timberland, the company, started putting fiberglass or like some sort of composite inside these boots, right? This is what you used to do. Yo, listen, man. Everybody, you know what I mean? I need y'all to donate your old Timbs. You know what I'm saying? And this right here, bro, inside this Tim, right? The arch right here. There's a metal shank in this joint that go like this. It's cast metal. Damn, I poked somebody with one of them shit before too. You know what I'm saying? Like bad business, right? It broke too because it's cast. Oh, you ain't gonna hit the like button? That's cool. And you rip that shit out. Hey, yo, me tell you something about them Tim Shanks. Them shits right there, because they were so thin, they was like a real knife. And when you sharpened that motherfucker, I used to test it on empty cells, the mattresses up in here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know if your shit is dope. When I was adolescent, I used to test my razor out on people. You know, real talk. Like, yo, bro, come on. You know how they now they call it day room dummies. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, I'm not proud of none of this, but yo, bro, put your arm out. Let me see if this shit works. Boop. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's good. But that was adolescence. As an adult, I would be more respectful and go to a cell and chop a mattress up, as opposed to chopping somebody's arm up or some dumb shit and giving a nigga a permanent mark, and then he hate me forever. I remember one time I ran into this nigga, I chopped his arm up, and where I run this nigga at? I ain't gonna say his name because a lot of people up here know him. I chopped his arm though, and he seen me, and he was tough. Years later, he had a little crew and all that, and then I guess he wanted to show me that he was tough. I was like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? This time I won't just cut your arms, I'll cut your fucking face off. You know what I'm saying? Allah forgive me. Oh, let me see what they saying up here. A couple people said something. All right, you seen AR Ab just got stabbed by a celly. You ever had some crazy cellies? I had a lot of crazy cellies. I'm gonna tell you about some crazy cellies real quick, right? There was one crazy celly that I had when I was in Attica. He wasn't really crazy. He wasn't crazier than me. I was trying to be nice to the nigga. The nigga played himself, and then some shit happened off. I did hear about AR Ab getting stabbed. It wasn't his celly. What it was a nigga that had a problem in his mind that ran around and just started stabbing niggas up, and AR Ab was one of the niggas that caught that hit. And whatever happened, it infected him, his skin, and now he's running around with lesions on his body, and they're not taking care of him. It's common practice for you to be fucked up in jail, and then they give you some bullshit. Like you go up in there for stab wounds, and then they give you ibuprofen. You don't even know if the ibuprofen is up in that motherfucker. One time I told you I took some pills and I went blind. You know what I mean? Like dead ass. I went blind. I thought it was just my vertigo, because once in a while, if I played ball too much and there was a lot of lights and shit like that, like I will blank out. I'll have to sit down, and then I couldn't see for a little while. But after I took this medicine one time, I was completely blind. Like I couldn't see. Like I opened up my eyes and seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it happened like that for a little while. I stayed like that for a little while. So yeah, I had an idiot ass cellmate. Why? Because you go to the max jails. I didn't know that this was the case. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first did my first bid, you didn't have to double bunk with niggas and shit like that. Now I'm coming back. I'm up in Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Double bunked with the head of the fucking Yetas. This kid named Hippie. He was in that cell on lockdown for 7 years when I got there. You know what I mean? The only time I had a time to myself is when Hippie went to go get his diabetes medicine. You understand me? Oh man, Fred White was just back there. He left. Let me throw the link back up there. We're gonna talk to Fred White. Tales from the pen. The second interview I ever did is with Fred. He's one of the people I speak up for. I don't speak up for a lot of people. I'll say they cool or whatever, but I don't say they my brother. Fred White is my brother. There's nothing, he can't do nothing wrong with my eyes. You know what I'm saying? They said the dude was mental. Yes, that's it, Cuzzo said. Mads, what's up? Peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? NC, if you ever seen a tube that splits boots down the middle to show the quality, you'll know they got a shank. If you ever seen the YouTube that splits boots, the YouTube, I don't know. I never knew boots got metal in them. They did. You know, Shoeshine, I remember him. Yeah, Shoeshine was a wild boy. You want to know what the thing about Shoeshine? Shoeshine was playing adolescent when he was like in his 20s, beating the shit out of yo. Niggas was scared of Shoeshine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never want to run into Shoeshine. You know what I'm saying? I see Fred White right there. Let me read this last one. Like, share the real spill. Please like and share. That's fucked up, man. He probably diabetic lesions. His kidneys dying also too. Yes, it is a kidney infection. It looks like. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna get my boy Fred White up in here. please like and share. That's fucked up, man. He probably diabetic lesions. His kidneys dying off. Turn music down, Fred. Yes, it is a kidney infection, it looks like.
What's going on, man? Hey, I'm gonna go get some I'm gonna go get some headphones because it's echoing. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna get headphones. Hold on.
All right.
What's going on, man? I'm gonna go get some
Fred White is the one that showed me how to do this StreamYard. He did one of my first interviews. Like I said, it was the second. Matter of fact, it was the second one because the first interview I did was with Warpath. Let me restart this. I'm gonna restart. And I'm back. Like cook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any questions for Fred White? You know what I'm saying? Fred White, y'all probably seen his thing, you know what I'm saying, on the Booty Bandits. You probably seen Fred White on his channel. You probably seen Fred White on Lockdown to 23 and 1. You know what I'm saying? Very good stories. Very. Okay, let me see. Honda, what's up? You gotta. I still hear. If you can hear me, Fred, I can still hear the background. Hit the like button if you didn't get a chance. Sometimes I go on.
Can you hear me?
Now you're off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear off the echo. No, you're echoing again.
All right. Okay.
Yo.
Hold on. Can you hear me good?
Yep. Can hear you very well, brother.
Right. How about now?
I'm chilling. It's good.
Damn, it says it's muted.
Oh no. Nah, we can hear you. Can everybody hear Fred? Can somebody put that up? Can everybody hear Fred? Any of my mods is up here. I need some help tonight. Got 44 people, 32 likes, 1 dislike so far. So that's normally how they started. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hopefully they stay away from our shit tonight. But if they don't, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put the link back up there for Fred. Right? There we go. Bow, Waka Flocka, because they always watching the kid. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Word up. Any question for Fred? Fred White, y'all seen him? Y'all know who he is? He's semi-famous on, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to his prison content, I seen when he first started, you know what I mean? Reached out to him real early in the game and just basically try to, with me, y'all, these niggas with their stories and shit like that don't really, it is what it is. But when somebody when you could tell that they're a different breed, you want to get next to people. You want to get next to people, the ones that's good. But you want to kind of stay away from the other motherfuckers. Is my stream good or not? Or is it going slow? Give me a second. Fred White is in the back. I'm about to bring him back out here. Give me 1 second, y'all. And Fred, if you can hear me, give me 1 second.
Take the race, take the shores, make it claim, make it known, make it man, for them, you make the change. Oh, no Jimmy, I mean, no Leo Cole, you believe in no Jimmy, no Jumbo.
Okay. And I'm talking about Shoe Shine from Marcy. I never met a Jamaican Shoe Shine. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I did. Okay. There go my boy Fred White. Can't hear you now. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
How about now?
I can hear you.
There we go. I had to hit that mic. You know what I mean? What's going on, bro? The echo's still there?
Yeah, put the headphones on.
You know what it is? It's StreamYard, man. StreamYard. That's why I don't really mess with StreamYard, bro.
Well, why you told me to mess with
it? Because that's all I knew.
Now I got a software like
How about now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Wait, how about now?
And my echo's taking off. My echo's taking off. Is the echo taking off on your part? Is Fred good before we start talking? Yes or no? Put a Y or N.
I can hear you good.
Okay. He need to turn you down. What do you mean?
He need to turn. I need to turn somebody down.
Is he cool now, y'all? Let me know.
Let me lower my volume in case. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, yeah, we good. The StreamYard, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I haven't been on in a while with the StreamYard. Like once I started messing with it, I realized sometimes all the comments don't come up. Shit be delayed. What's going on, bro?
I think that StreamYard is like trying to fix it up. You know what I'm saying? I think that they do more and more to try to fix it up.
I wish YouTube would just let you click in and just let you link on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about?
I think they're developing that. I think that they're developing something where that's going to be that's going to work. Let me move my face closer.
Right. Salute to everybody. Salute to the chat. You know what I mean?
What's up, Fred White? What you got going on, man?
I'm chilling, man.
Can you just introduce them? Because people gonna think you Michael Rappaport. So just
yeah. Nah, so, I know a lot of your subscribers are probably some of mine too. I see some people up in here, man. My name is Fred White. I got a channel called Tales from the Pen, and on my channel, if you ain't familiar with it, you know what I mean. I don't do no glorification. You know what I mean? Because you see a lot of these channels come up here glorifying their experience and not really telling the truth about what's really happening, you know what I mean? So I was just listening to you as I always do, and of course, man. And I heard you talking about the turtles, and I heard you talking about the metal in the Timbs, and I got a funny story, right? Check this out.
Yeah, talk to us.
So I just came out the box. I did 16 months, right? Now, when you come out the box, I don't know, we lost Mac, right? It looked like we lost Mac, people, but I'm here. Fred White's here. So when you come out the box, it's like going home.
I'm here.
Okay. When you come out the box, like especially after doing X amount of time in the box, when you go to population, it's kind of like you look so forward to it because number one, you get your visits back. Because when you're in them double bunk boxes, you only get visits once a week. You know what I mean? From like 5 to 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. That's it. There's no during the week. There's none of that shit, right? So
double bunk life is no good.
No good. And I got a bunch of stories about that too. Because I saw somebody wrote in your comments about the loaf. So
I'm gonna tell them about the loaf and double bunk later on.
So we gonna vibe then. So when I was going to population show, now they send me to Comstock. You know what I'm saying? You already know. You know how Comstock was the fucking worst. You know what I'm saying? You already know, Mac. Comstock was the worst. The most disgusting.
You come in and right in the receiving room, they let you know that we'll kill you here.
Yeah. Now Comstock's different. I always tell people that. Like when people ask me what was the as far as like the dirtiest jail or whatever like that, it was 1000% Comstock. Like I tell people all the time, the mice, the rats, the bats, like those motherfuckers ran the joint. So anyway, so I had just come out the box. You know what I mean? I had lost mad weight in the box. So I'm like looking forward to getting the, commissary and all of that. Because when you're in a solitary, you don't get none of that shit. You don't get nothing. You don't get no commissary, no nothing. So what happened was, now when you transfer to a facility, you can only take 4 draft bags with you. Now I don't know if y'all right. So yep, you can only take 4 with you. Now draft bags are what's kind of like, just say like You ever see like a potato sack race when people get in the potato sacks and they start hopping around and shit? Draft bags are similar to look like that, except they white, right? So you can only take 4 with you. You with me? So what happens is that whatever you have over 4 bags, like if you have 6, 7, 8, 9 bags, you have to pay for anything over 4, like UPS type shit. Like you have to pay, fill out a thing. Salute, everybody, salute Honda. So when I got to Comstock, my 4 bags with me, whatever. So then like 2 weeks later, my rest of my bags came. You know how that shit goes. So I had went through the magnometer. I had these Reeboks, right? And they were like these Reebok hiking shoes. And I had got them in this medium, you know what I mean? And the police was eyeing this medium, and they let me have them. It was not an issue. I went through the metal detector in Comstock, and it rang beep, 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 and all that shit. So the police was like, so they went through my shoe. They literally, Mac, they ripped my sole out. They ripped the soles of my shoe out. And there was a little metal bar in there, like they used to have in the Timbs until they changed them to the fiberglass. It was a little metal joint inside the Reebok hiking trail sneakers. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't a weapon. I had no, it had nothing, you know what I mean? And what they did was they ripped apart my shoes, took out the metal shank that came with the shoes, and then put me in the box again. Send me now. This time I went to green double bunk box. From there, I got 90 days for that shit. They gave me 3 months of solitary confinement.
Wait,
just coming out.
Green the green
S block.
S block. I remember when they built that. I was in green during time when they built the S block there.
Yeah, I opened S block. Like the first S block in New York State, the first one. I opened it. There was 13 of us. Nah, 98. That was the 1998. The first S block was in Fishkill.
No, you listen. 90. What happened was
not the 2000, the 200s.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying? And that came out was 1998. The summer 98 was the first S block on Fishkill, and they built it brand new. And they sent me there. I did the 16 months. I went to Comstock. As soon as I got out, like I said, they took apart my shoe, bro. And they gave me a weapons charge and gave me 90 days and sent me to green S block. You know what I'm saying? I went to the green S block. But it was just crazy that.
Let me ask you something before you go there, right? When was the green S block, when you first come in green through the gates, was it like right there on the left-hand side as soon as you come in?
It was, I don't remember like left or right. I know it was in the back. I know that we used to be able, like when we come out in our rec pants, we used to be able to see the road. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when people,
that was right in front.
Yeah, and so when people were driving past, like, you know what I'm saying, and they have a nice car, we'd be screaming out, yo, picture me rolling, like that was your car. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we'd be able to see the cars. That was our entertainment.
Say one thing. I was in a program building right behind that. Right behind block. I remember when they built that block.
That was around the same time, right? 98, 99, 97.
This is like 93 when they was planning for the construction to go up, because
okay.
Box and Green, they only had 18 or 20 cells, and it was like at the same building where I think it was like right after you get past side one. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. You will be able to go in that little building and see dudes on left or right side that was in the box. But they didn't keep them there long. They sent them to Caxsacky. But go ahead, continue your story, bro.
Yeah. I was in Caxsacky too. I was next door too. No. I'm just saying. So it was funny when I heard you mention about the stuff inside the sneaker. You know what I'm talking about? And these motherfuckers locked me up. They gave me 90 days in a weapons charge, bro, for some shit that was part of the Reebok. But this is how they get down, and this is why I talk and do what I do on my channel, so these kids understand that, like, this type of shit happens. You know what I mean? And I saw somebody else talking about the loaf. So let's talk about the loaf, Mac. You ever got the loaf? Talk to me.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna just let you know, right?
Yeah.
I was never in the box when they had the loaf, but I was a nigga that made loaves. And I'm gonna tell you what I used to do to S block inmates, right? When I was in, I'm gonna just keep it 100, right?
Always.
And when I was in Collins, I prepared S block meals in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what it was. The cops, the civilians, you know what I'm saying, will have you make that loaf a specific way. For people that don't know what the loaf is, it's for the people that that like to take shit. I ain't gonna lie, I shitted a few people down when I was in the bean. You know what I'm saying? But dudes would take this was the best way to shit somebody down. Let's say, for instance, somebody left they found a bottle of cleaner. You know what I mean? Like if they left that, sometimes they'll give you the cleaner or they'll give you these soap packs. You know what I'm saying? And when they give you the cleaner, sometimes you was able to keep the actual bottle. So niggas was shit in there, piss in there, whatever you could put in there to bubble it up and then spray it on somebody, right? So dudes that did shit like that was known to shit police down or shit inmates down, they would give you a loaf and you would have to eat that loaf for like a week. And then if your second offense, you would have to have it for like 3 weeks or a month. And the cops will make you make that loaf a specific way. You have to flour in it, sometimes like corn, a little bit of sugar, some flavoring and shit like that, and then send it out. 9 out of 10 times, we made in Collins, when I made my loaves, I try to make them in a way where they would like them. Sometimes I used to smuggle meat in the middle of the inside the loaves. The cops wouldn't say that they know that you would do this, but you know what I mean, like when they was good. But sometimes you get to the S block and these niggas will be locked down so long, they'll start talking greasy because they'll be on rack. They'll be on the gate. They'll be like, fuck y'all niggas, fuck them. Like, word, eat a dick, nigga. Y'all niggas is going to eat shit this week. I'm violating y'all whole company because you would know what trades the company was going to. Yeah. So, and cell 28 on the fourth company or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like we tagged the
loaves, yeah, because only certain people got them.
No, the trays itself. The trays itself.
Okay, right.
Most would go to specific cells. So say for instance, 17 inmates had a regular meal, and then there was 3 that had loaves. You knew what cells those was going to, but also you knew where all the trays was going to because some of them was like special diets, low sodium, high fiber, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you had to label them and you knew where they was going. So we used to put them on the burn, like inmates. We put them on the burn. Y'all
I get it. Yeah.
Hey, they be up on the gate.
I know. Speaking of the shit, like I know dudes that used to do it, have their little bottle and then put it in empty toothpaste bottles. So when they spray that shit, you know what I'm saying? They spray the shit. But the loaf was like in Fishkill, like most places. It looked, yes, hard. It's disgusting. It actually looked like a little carrot cake, right? But it's not. It's cabbage and all type like. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like a carrot cake, like for the people. It looks like a carrot cake. You know what I'm talking about? And that's all you get. You get that once a day. You get that once a day. Most people they gave that to,
this big, and you gotta break it off.
And you get it once a day. But what happens is this: that a lot of people who just say you're in solitary confinement, right? And just say you have 2 years of solitary confinement, but you only have a year left on your sentence, right? So you're going home regardless. So those type of inmates was wild because they didn't give a fuck because they know they're going home from the box and they act up. So when they act up, you know what I'm talking about? When they act up, they put them on a loaf. Or like in my instance, you know, I hadn't gotten twice with the police in the box. First time I didn't want to let somebody in my cell. You know what I'm saying? He was a dude and he smoked and I didn't want him in my cell. So I told him he couldn't come in. So you know they came and got me, right? I put the water on the floor and did all that. So they slipped when they came in, but they came in, they fucked me up. The second time, they did another search in my cell, right? And they took me and my bunkie out and shit. Usually they put us in the rec pen, but they put me and my bunkie out. And when I came back in, you know, we used to play chess through the walls, right? People, like we used to play chess, like you set the board up and then it would be like, you know, eight across and it would be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G up that way. It'd be 1, 2, 3.
Put on the tissue for the black pieces.
Nah, but my neighbor used to make them though, bro, out of like soap, and he used to make them out of like toilet paper, the pieces.
Yeah.
And soap too. Like we used to do that with the dice too, make it with the soap or the toilet paper. And we used to make
the problem with the dice when you make them soap, they chip too much. So you used to have to strengthen it up with the tissue to make the corners.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what happened was when I came back in my cell and I was going back in my cell, I had looked, and right before they closed the cell, I seen that like they had ripped my pictures up and they threw them in the toilet. They broke the chest pieces, like just for no reason, just to do it. You know what I'm talking about? So when I see my pictures, and you only get a few pictures in the box. So when they ripped the pictures up, and I looked and I seen it, and like right as the cell was closing, I turned around and I spit in the police face.
Wow.
So yeah, so you know they came in, you know the Turtles, E.S., whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm talking about. So and they came in my cell and they beat the fuck out of me, man. Like they like broke my shit up. They like pummeled me. They like, you know, they had me hog tied. Like they cuffed me to the back and carried me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ever see like a pig on a rotisserie? That's how they motherfuckers carried me the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? With their sticks. Like the batons and shit, like it was just crazy. And they beat the fuck out of me, right? And then they threw me back in the cell, right? So I was fucked up for the night. I ain't gonna lie, because they like beat the fuck out of me. You know what I'm talking about? They beat me up so bad that my mom's, like when my family came to see me that Saturday, they wouldn't let them in. They told them there was some type of security risk going on because they didn't want my people to see me all fucked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I had no way of really, because what happened was they wasn't letting me shoot my mail out. Like when I write a letter, they wasn't taking it. So what I had to do was I had to send my letter to my neighbor. And the neighbor sent it out like in his name to my family. Like, yo, this is what happened, because my family didn't know what was going on. And so when my family came to visit me, they didn't even let them in. You know what I'm saying? They told my moms there was some security risk because they didn't want my family to see me all fucked up. You know what I'm talking about? You know how they, you know what I mean? Because my mom's ain't play. She would have been on the phone with Albany. Like, that's how mama love. They ain't play no fucking games. Rest in peace. So, you know, so what happened was, yeah, I appreciate it. So what happened was they fucked me up, right? So the next morning, I was all fucked up, ribs all twisted. They sent the nurse to my cell. And when she opened my flap, she told me to put my arm out, like to check, you know, like with the blood pressure thing and all that. She was like, oh, he's all right. And I was like, oh, shit, because I thought I was going to get help when the nurse came to my cell because I was fucked up. But she just put the blood pressure thing on. That's all she did. And was like, oh, he's fine. And then they started giving me the loaf. And that's my first introduction to the loaf. And they give it to you once a day. That's it. They give you that loaf, and that's all you're eating for a week. Like, that's it. That's what you're getting. That's it.
Yeah, what you make in your mind, right? Because you know what? I prepared loaves in Collins, and I prepared loaves in Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Wendy had the best loaves. I ain't gonna lie. But did you make in your mind? Did you make it taste good in your mind?
You know, at first I like refused that shit, you know what I'm talking about? Like, because it was just hard, it was disgusting, and it was stuff I ain't eat. I don't eat cabbage and all the rest of that shit. Like,
Can
it
you
was just...
tell them what try okay. You when I was in college, right? My professor introduced me to descriptive writing, right? And it elevated my grades because instead of saying, I was looking at an ashtray on a table, they would tell me to be more descriptive. So now it would be like a black, rusty looking ashtray that looked like 100 cigarette butts was put out on this thing. I mean, this thing. So and as descriptive as you can be for and I'm saying this for a reason, right? Because some people just cannot understand that world, bro. You feel me? Describe it, how you felt eating a loaf, what it tasted like, and your mental state of having that type of shit.
It tasted very bland, right? And it was kind of discouraging knowing that I was gonna have to eat this once a day. Like, this is all they give you for the whole day. Like, they give it to you in the morning, and you just gotta.
What did it have in it?
And this one, it had like they bake it like a flour. It looks like a little loaf of bread. That's why they call it the loaf, right? And the one that they had in Fishkill in the double bunk box was like carrots, cabbage, but it was just such a bland taste. It was just hard.
Sugar, salt.
I ain't get the sugar part. So when you was talking to sugar, I was like, damn, that shit would have been good, right? But nah, I ain't get that. And it was so hard that like you could just like throw that shit against the wall and just boom, like it wouldn't break. Like you had to like break it open. You know what I mean? Like, and it was just a bland taste, and it was just a nasty taste to me. So I wish I had you in the mess hall, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I wish I had you there too.
And not only about your friend, because the niggas that I didn't
but you made it with sugar. You gave him sugar, at least, you know what I'm saying? It had a little taste.
the civilians would be like, don't put. They will be so strict, right? They will have a cop that will make sure you just put those ingredients in because they knew that some of us was trying to show love to the niggas that was in the S blocks, and you know what I'm saying. So
Right.
fix that. I'm telling you, I used to put ground beef in the middle of them sometimes,
Yeah.
and then after a while, the S block inmates they used to respect it. You know, you when they bored, they just catching wreck on the gate. You know what I mean? They like, yo, fuck y'all, but they started to realize that yo, we are the niggas that's actually preparing your food. It's not these cops. It's us. 5 o'clock in the morning, whipping that shit up for y'all. So if it tastes good anytime, it's because of one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Nah, we ain't have none of that. We ain't have none of them people in the mess hall that work that thought like you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hard. It was bland. It tastes disgusting. And I had to, but I had to survive. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I had to, had to survive. Once in a while, like, my neighbors would ship me over, like, a piece of bread or something like that. Like, it was a very horrible experience, man.
Not for me. You know what I used to do with the loaves? Because I wasn't locked down like you. I didn't have to eat that shit. You know, we take loaves with the loaves. Some inmates used to send the loaves back. I'm like, oh, you ain't want it? Boom, cut it open. You know what I'm saying? Put some jelly on it, warm it up, fry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, but you could do all that out there. I couldn't do none of that shit. No butter, no nothing. Here, this is what you get. Enjoy your fucking shit. Yeah, I lost mad when I see somebody lost. Yeah, I lost mad.
They didn't show y'all no love?
Huh?
They ain't show no love.
Nah, they ain't show no love, man. They, probably because a lot of times, like you said, the police be right above them, like making sure. Usually, what I always felt it was like the scraps from the past week. They just put it together, threw it in the loaf, and that was that. We never got no meat or none of that. I didn't eat meat anyway. I don't eat red meat or none of that. But I'm just saying we never got none of that in those type of loaves. You know what I mean? They wanted to make it a severe punishment. They used to do stuff like that. Or they also shut my water off after that incident. You know what I'm talking about? For a little while. I remember this.
I got my water shut off a few times. You know what I'm saying? You have to be prepared for that. But go ahead. Tell me what you remember.
No, I was going to say that, I remember this one dude, and, I know this may sound discouraging to some people or disgusting or whatever, but, when you're in there and it's about survival tactics, you do what you got to do. But I remember this one dude, he had his water shut off, and at the end of the day, he had to drink his own piss, you know what I'm talking about? Because the thing is that outside the cell, everybody's cell, they have this little door and they could open it and shut your water off. And when they turn your water off, that means you couldn't flush your toilet, and you couldn't inside the cell. It was a sink attached to the toilet, one metal piece. You know what I'm talking about, like that. So, when they shut your water off, they shut your toilet so you can't flush and you can't press that button and get water. You know what I mean? And after a few days, dude started drinking his own piss, you know what I mean? And, dude couldn't even, you can't even look at it in any type of way. It's about survival. Huh?
They think I'm lying. They be thinking I'm lying they think that these people think that when I tell them that niggas had to drink their own piss type shit.
You spoke about that before.
Nah, in real life, like.
Okay, right.
I tell motherfuckers that I know for a fact they don't give me any indication with their face that they saying, "Oh, Mac is bullshitting or Mac is amping this up." But I know that in the back of their head, they got to be thinking because you can't fathom that. But I'm gonna tell you this: Ace, when I was in HDM, put me on to this. My cell, first of all, if you Muslim, you have to cover your cell up. I mean, your toilet up and shit like that. And you have to keep it clean. I kept my toilets so clean, and a level of water in there and bottled water, just so when they did shut that shit down. Because sometimes the cops will go overboard to a point where nigga got to drink some piss. But the really sharp dudes that been down, off top. To keep your toilet got to be as clean as your people that don't understand. There's niggas that drink their water out of their toilet. They after every shit they clean that toilet as if that shit is a cup because you never know when you're gonna have to be inside that cell locked down. And
plus, now I was gonna say plus on the flip side of that toilet is that like in your toilet, especially in the maximum security prisons, people, your toilet is like one of the most important places in your cell because let me explain real quick to you. Number one, when you buy cold cuts,
your soda, your
when you buy cold cuts or something like that, and the actual toilet is strictly cold water, right? Salute to everybody. I see you, man, Shannon. Salute to everybody in here, Vic. You know, some of my people here. So, you know, I put it up on the community that was coming over here. So hopefully some people come. So, the toilet actually is so cold. So when you buy cold cuts, it's sealed. It's not hermetically sealed. You can't. But you put it in that bag, and you would put it in your toilet, like use it as your refrigerator, right? Also, your toilet worked as your washing machine, right? And also, your toilet worked as your freezer, because what happens is you take a can of soda and you put it in the toilet and you flush it a couple times, woof, 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 and that cold water runs on it. All of a sudden you take that water out, you got that freezing soda, right? So, and now to the average person, Mac, right, like you may tell somebody that in the street, right, and they're just like, yeah, but they don't believe it. But what I'm saying is, but the toilet is a very pertinent thing in your cell, and you must keep it clean. And you can never, and this is rules in double bunk box, you can never spit in your toilet. When you're doing something, you know, I mean, you should never spit in your sink, pardon me. You have to spit in the toilet to get it out. You know what I'm talking about? You can't spit in your sink.
All garbage.
Yeah. So, you know, the toilet was just like, it had so many different purposes. So you would always keep it spick and span. And if you're in the cell for a month, I know it sounds crazy to people.
Have you drank toilet water before?
I've never drank toilet water myself, Mac. Nah.
I did.
You did talk about it, but how that happened, man?
I'll tell you.
I need to hear this, but it's just that, you know, a lot of people don't understand what really goes on behind these walls, and that's why I like you, you know, what you doing too, because you letting people know, like, this is the shit that happens, and this is the shit that will happen if your ass get caught up in some bullshit. You want to be out here playing in these streets? Then be prepared to use your toilet as a, you know, as a laundromat, as a refrigerator, as a freezer. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, there's certain etiquette, certain rules, but the toilet was big. So when you're in the cell and you're in the solitary confinement and you can't control it, and they turn your water off, and I mean, it's a discouraging feeling, man. You know, they try to break you mentally and emotionally, you know, also as well as physically, you know. And that's the thing about the solitary confinement. It never really broke me physically, even though I lost a lot of weight. But mentally and emotionally, it takes a toll on you. You know what I mean? It takes a toll when, you know, all you have is just these four walls, and you're never, you know that you got years to do in here in this one little. It's like being an equivalent of somebody's bathroom, and just the door closing, and you're not coming out for the next year or two.
What jail did you? For me, it was Wendy. That's the smallest cells I ever seen in my entire life. What was this? What was the smallest cell you ever been in? And I'll tell you how small it is.
I think Comstock, you know, but pretty much because, you know, I'm tall anyway, I'm 6'3", but, you know, my arms could touch the wall like this, boom, and I touch both walls just like that, bam, bam. You know, I got long ass arms, but I'm just saying, you know, you could touch, like Comstock, you could touch one wall and one wall just like that, you know, just real, you know, real small, you know what I'm talking about? So,
That's how certain blocks in Attica is, but certain blocks in Attica cells are stupid big. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like B block, A block, B block, C block. I mean, excuse me, A block, B block, and D block is like super small. It's like the old school cells, the real cells. Salute, Mo. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Hatch. Right. But C block is a little bit longer, and E block is real big. But in Wendy, I used to. And I want you to tell the people about double bunking, shitting and beating off etiquette. You know what I mean? Like real man shit. Right?
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Now check this out. The cell, when my head, my toes, niggas used to get their toes cut. I seen people get their toes cut because their toes was too close to the gate. You know what I'm saying? Salute again to you, Mo. Right? And the best
those beds are made for like people who are like 6 feet, 5'11", 5'10". Again, I'm 6'3", so I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Even now, I sleep more curled up because it's just I did it for so long. I never wanted my feet. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes when I used to, you know, in Max's and I seen dudes with their sleeping with their heads towards the gate, I know they not official. They not a vet. They not vet. You don't never sleep with your head towards the gate. You know what I'm talking about? But I've seen dudes do that, and I'm like, these dudes is bozos, you know?
And that's a
Yeah.
fact. But you would try to warn him. You know, in the Bing, I seen a nigga get his whole shit split like that, and I warned him maybe 10 minutes before it happened because niggas was coming out the shower. I said somebody gonna fuck around and cut you. And he was doing a crossword, and he had his head like his pillow like folded up with his head up, right up on the gate, and somebody came and cut him down the back of his head. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even cut his face. You know what I'm saying? They just ate him in the back of his head.
I don't, you know, I just think that certain things, Mac, just certain things are just kind of common sense. You know what I mean? But some people, we know common sense is a very overrated word in the English language because
common sense ain't that common.
Right, it's exactly. So, you know, to me, it's just common sense. You know, to me, it was just part of jail etiquette. Like, or to me, is like you would never. I don't care where the fuck I was at, what medium, nothing. You would never see me in slippers. Never. Only time I wore slippers was I wore my boots to the shower. But when I got in the shower, I would wear my shower slippers. And as soon as I got out of that shower, right there, my boots was right there. I never, ever wore slippers. You know, so when you see dudes all comfortable walking around, it's just like we different. We different. You know what I mean? This is me. This is my mentality. You know, because you just never know when shit gonna pop off. But anyway, yeah, so the jail etiquette, let's get back to that. So the jail etiquette of the double bunk box is that.
Okay, wait.
Okay, talk to me.
Let me ask you specifically.
Yep. I mean,
because shit be changing. It depends on what jail you in and who you around. You know what I'm saying? So what's okay.
Talk to me.
Okay, let's just talk about shit and etiquette. What was this? Okay,
give
me a jail that you was double bunked in.
Right. Well, I was only double bunked in the box. Other than that, I was, you know,
okay,
I wasn't. Okay. But which is 24 hours a day with the same person. So it's like, so the thing is about so the double bunk box is that you didn't even get out for rec. The double bunk boxes, the rec pin is in the back of your cell. There is a door in the back of your cell that they pop, and you better catch it when they pop it, because they just and you better catch that door, otherwise.
Man, when they don't catch that pop,
motherfuckers start banging on the gate. Boom, boom.
Open it.
Right, and then you know half the time they don't. Right, and it's just all you do is in the back of your cell when they pop that, you open it and you step out onto like a little patio. Right, so what we used to do is like just say we get that hour rec. Half would be your bunkie would be in the cell, and the other half he come back out to the pen, to the little rec pen, and you go in. You know what I'm talking about? Because the door is only open for an hour. So when you take your shower or whatever, for that half hour or whatever you're gonna do, your bunkie is outside, so you can take care of your little business. You know what I'm talking about? And then you switch. You understand? So the etiquette as far as like shitting or whatever, to believe it or not, this is gonna sound crazy to people, but I've trained both of us. Like, you know, we would train, like I trained my body to at certain time I knew, you know, I would have to, you know, use the bathroom, you know, only when the rec pen is up. That's it. But if by chance I had to do it or he had to do it, what we would do is we would put up a little sheet from the bed to where the headphone was. We had 3 holes in the wall, right? We used to get headphones when you were on level.
What stations you had?
One was like a college station. The other was like, say, like upstate, like a Z100, like a pop station. And the other one would be like a country station. Sometimes in the weekend, they put it on the college station and we get hip hop from the college. Vassar College was up there. So they used to, you know, so we used to hear, so we used to have 3 holes in the wall, and there's 3 levels.
Explain a little bit more detail what you mean by the 3 holes in the wall. Let them know.
I got you. So the 3 holes in the wall was when there was level 1, level 2, and level 3 when you're in the box. Level 1, you don't get no headphones, you don't get none of that shit. You know what I mean? You don't get nothing. You just get 14 days. When if for 14 days you don't have an incident, they give you a pair of headphones. And they give you a pair of headphones similar to it, but it's all metal. It was this big, hard metal, where I've actually seen people get beat up with the headphones. The headphones were strictly big aluminum, big Heavy headphones, not like metal cheap. I'm talking about headphones that on your ears they hurt. So we used to take socks and have to put them over the headphones as like cushions. Are you with me? So what happens is when you get to level 2, again they give you the headphones. Level 3, you just get, instead of 1 hour of having your door open in the back, you get 2 hours. Ooh, so when you get the headphones, right next to the toilet right here, they have 3 holes in the wall. 1, 2, 3. And you put the headphones in whatever you want to listen to. You want to listen to the rock station? You want to listen to the top 40 station? You want to listen to the hip hop station? Sometimes they would change it up to a country station. Like they would just change it up where you'd be listening and you have 3 headphones, 3 holes in the wall. So what we used to do is, like if we had to use the bathroom, we would take a sheet and put one end to the end of your bunk, and the other one we take the headphone and actually stick it in the headphone and stick it in one of the 3 holes so that it would stay, and you have your little curtain, and you may take a shit or whatever you're going to do. The also etiquette is that when you're taking a shit, especially when you're in the cell with another man, you keep flushing that toilet. We used to be like, yo, put some water on that. You know what I'm talking about? Any prisoner knows what that means. Put some water on that shit.
Some
So
water on that shit. You know how
water
to
on that
add?
shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
are you good with addition, bro? What was 2 plus 2? 4. I add some water to that shit.
She had some water to that shit, bozo. So we used to like flush right up, you shit and you flush and you flush and you flush. And then what happens is we used to have matches. I'm talking about back then. This is before they had stopped the cigarette smoking, because sometimes dudes would get the top. When you get to level 3, you get to buy a commissary, but you only get to buy like a couple boxes of top, which was like tobacco, and you get to roll it yourself, right? And you get stamps and stuff like that. You wasn't getting like food or nothing like that. In Southport, they used to give out Snicker bars, but that's a whole nother story. So, when you're on level 2, you get the headphones, you put it in, and then, like I said, they used to have matches. So after you do what you do, you light a match and shake the match. Just blow it out right away. As soon as you light it, it lights up. Shake it like that, and it smells. Believe it or not, the match would smell, and it would kill, in case there was any shit smell or something like that. But that's the etiquette of using the toilet when you have a bunkie. You put a little sheet up, you make sure you put a lot of water on that shit, and you make sure you light a match so he don't have to smell that shit. That's the etiquette.
I met a dude that didn't like sulfur. You know what I'm saying? And if you put sulfur, if you lit a match, he was being a dick about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you like this.
Right.
I bumped heads with a few of my cellmates, but I also had good, cool ass cellmates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Me too.
yeah, you either click or you don't. And with men, we figure it out. So when you saying that about the putting the sheets up and shit like that, yeah, okay. Well, my experience was this. I never was double bunked in the box. Let me think about that. No. When I was when I was in the box, there was no double bunks. The double bunks came later on, right? But I've been in maximum, I've been in Attica in 3 different cell blocks with bunkies, right? 2 of them I ain't like, 1 of them I clicked with real good. You know what I'm saying? And the rule was they tell you, yo, you only gonna be on the double bunk 15, 30 days, 45 the most. Sometimes you end up in there like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? With a double bunk. Now this is how I go. If your head is touching that wall, and then your feet is damn near touching this wall, right? And then they don't assign upper or you at the top and you at the bottom. Somebody getting up. You know what I mean? Like whoever was there longer normally takes the bottom bunk. You know what I'm saying? But if you get a nigga like me that's coming in there, and it's going to be like, this is how it will be. If I come in the cell and you was already at the bottom bunk, I had no problem with respecting getting on top bunk, especially if you was about to get out the cell. I'll wait my week or whatever. But if you was clown, like if you was a clown ass nigga that not a soft, I wouldn't take advantage of soft dudes and just be like, yo, get the fuck off the bed, go up there. Sometimes I did. I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they had one jail, I had double bunk that I was in, and that was Washington. You know what I'm saying? But and I was like way back, right? But in the max,
that's the medium next to green. I mean next to Comstock.
Stop. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta exert that energy on a nigga when he think he's tough or whatever. But for the most part, I got along with them, but I had a few I didn't like. When I was in Wendy, I was with Hippie. Hippie was a Latin, not a Latin king. He was Nieta. He was like one of the big heads in the Nietas back then when the Nietas existed, right?
Right.
And Hippie, when I get to the cell with Hippie, everybody's telling me, "Yo, man, you going in the cell with Hippie? He's permanent, like he's 24 hours." The good thing about Hippie was that Hippie was a diabetic, and then also I wasn't on lockdown, so he was keep locked. You know what I'm saying? And for people that don't understand what keep lock is, permanent keep lock, it's like, okay, they let you out the box, but you're in population with everybody else, but you're locked down 23 hours a day while everybody else is going free. You know what I'm saying? So
the good thing is you could get stuff though. You can get food and stuff because the other dudes will hit you off.
The problem is that if you get into a problem with niggas, they coming out the cell and you not. You know what I'm saying? And then when you do come out the cell because you keep locked, you got extra security on you. So Hippie had diabetes, so every single day he went to the
to get a shot.
He went to get his shots. And in the yard when I was in Wendy and C Block, that yard was different than Attica. In Attica, this is where you went to go take a shower at and everything in the yard. When you went to the yard, you know what I'm saying, you had to dodge knives and shanks and you know what I'm saying, all type of shit.
Real quick, what year you was in Attica?
I was in Attica in 96 and 97.
Was you there when Duval got killed? I think he got killed in 95, 96. Was you there when Duval got killed?
I heard about that with Duval.
Yeah, I spoke about that on my last video last night. That was crazy. Duval was, he got killed in Attica. Huh?
A lot of people got killed in Attica.
Yeah, he got killed robbing people, man. He was a different dude. He was robbing people. He was always getting into some shit. And when
I first got there to Attica, I promise you, I was in C Block, and it felt so evil. You can fucking, and you know what's so crazy? This shows you the mind of a fucking a nigga that's locked down. When you lock down, dysfunction becomes normal shit. I told people Attica was the best jail I ever was in. When I left, I mean, once you learn how to move around and shit like that, but inside there, it was so, man. Yeah, it felt very real evil. Salute, Drew, man. You know what I'm saying? It felt.
How about Darius? You remember Darius from Queens? Oh, because he was in Attica too, and he got into it with some. He was my bunkie in the box, like but he was my best bunkie. That was my brother. But anyway,
when I was in Attica, there's a lot. Tom was there. Tom Cross was there. Flex from the Rocksteady.
I know what you're talking about. But I think but something happened with that dude. Like he ended up in APPU in Clinton actually. But that's a whole other story.
Yeah. But you know something?
My man used to mess with his sister and shit.
He always had a lot of action that surrounded his name. I'm gonna keep it funky. When I was in Attica, Flex was the coolest nigga around, and probably because he ran with Tom and he knew that I had some sort of connection with Tom. So you know what I mean? Like they really had shit locked down in there. But that let me just tell you something about Hippie, right? When I was young, one of my things was jerking off. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Yo, I had to beat off, bro. Sometimes beat off all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, and there was years where I couldn't do it.
We just put it all out there tonight. You know what I'm talking about, people? We just still put it all out there.
I tell you what, Fred, if these there's a young boy, I think he up here right now. His name is Black Lucha, right? And he's from Detroit. And when we first met each other on this, he was probably the first one where I said, yo, damn, this shit is reaching people because he's a young boy. Hit the like button if y'all ain't get a chance yet. You know what I'm saying? That I felt like he was going in the wrong direction. And he was like, yo, I've been listening to you every day. And he interacts, he engages with us, right? So I know that something stuck out to him. By telling them that you was jerking off all day, that maybe that might be a little spark or something. Some of these niggas is too addicted to the chicks they get and the life they got, so they don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? They don't think about that I'm gonna be in a cell with a nigga. You know what I mean? I gotta find the time to whack my dick off. You know what I mean? Because what else are you gonna do? You feel where I'm coming from? There's times where you hold that self-restraint, and there's times where niggas got to take the magazines to the bathroom. So what happens when you're in a cell with a nigga that's dead? Now, with Hippie, he gave me an hour and a half all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like to
Right.
I train my body through the shit at certain times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a bunkie in Attica and 22 company that didn't want to leave the fucking cell, and me and that dude was arch enemies. Like
you gotta get some privacy, man. That's how it goes, man. That's what I'm saying. Some of these dudes don't know the rules, man.
Yeah, Fred, and you in the box, you in the S box, and you got the shit like that. That'd be the funniest time, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yo, what the fuck? Yo, I may slap the shit out of you, bro. What the fuck you ate?
Nah, but that's what that half hour, or like when you get to level 3, you each have an hour in the cell if you choose to. You know what I'm talking about? You know, sometimes we both just be hanging out outside in the thing, or yo, I'm gonna go in. All right, cool. You know what I mean? Don't come back in the cell. Like that's just how you work it out. You know what I mean? That's why it's always good to have like a good bunkie or somebody who's a vet or somebody who's proven, because you know I've been with one or two dudes who I had to like, yo, you know, like in the middle of the night, don't fucking flush the toilet. I don't give a fuck what you do. Cover the shit like we've been doing. And them 2, 3 in the morning, don't fucking flush the cell. Don't flush the toilet, because them toilets are so fucking loud that they wake up the whole block. Never mind in your cell. In your cell, that shit fits. When you flush a toilet, it sounds like a motherfucking train. You in the motherfucking train station. Woof. You know what I'm saying? You wake up like, oh shit. So I had to, you know what I mean, I only really had one bad bunkie, man. And he ended up being a rapo.
Nah, let me tell you something. My bad bunkie, I can't even, you know what? It got so bad with him. And it's like one of those things.
Somebody wait back. Somebody wrote Sally wouldn't let you go on your date. Somebody wrote that up here.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna just completely funky. Let me be super, super honest.
That's all. That's what it is. Yeah.
I always had space problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? So or by default, if I came in the cell with you, then automatically we're gonna have a problem until we figure something out mentally. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna fuck with you in the cell. Because I decide as soon as I get in the cell with you or you come in my cell. Like there was one dude that I couldn't control, and he was real stubborn. And he was a real strong dude. I didn't even know. They put him in a cell with me. He looked crazy young, so I assumed he was like my age or younger, you know, probably about 8, 10 years in. This nigga had 23 years in it. Everybody know him. I'm not gonna say his name, but me and him got super tight. But I hated that motherfucker when he came to my cell. You wanna know why? Because he was Muslim like me, and he knew more than me. And he wouldn't let me get away with nothing niggerish. Like I used to be just with all the what they call it, like renegade op shit, and he wasn't with none of that. He was like super pure. Then he knew my brother's father. He was a known dude up in there, but when he came there, he didn't let me know who he was. So I just let it all out how niggerish I was. And then when he found out, he used to try to check me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like me and him just bumped heads. You know what I mean? All the time.
Sometimes it's like that though. Sometimes, you know, dudes. Sometimes you need those type dudes to learn certain things. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, you learn things through experience, but sometimes it's good to have somebody older maybe see something in you that you don't.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Most of my life lessons as a man, right? I had to be challenged in jail by real men. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, you know, like things like robbing niggas. I didn't know that was like bum shit. I didn't know that. I mean, tell niggas suck my dick was just regular. You know what I'm saying? Niggas suck my dick. Until the OG, his name was I'm not gonna say his name. Yeah, I am. His name was Ja, right? And he said,
who?
He said, yo, Ja, Jamaican Ja, the long dress. He was long-term keep lock too. When he came from the cat, his classification dropped down. And they when they brought him to Green, he still keep locked. So he was like, he had to stay in this queue. It wasn't like a cell. He had to stay in this queue. But Ja asked me that one time. He said, you really want somebody to suck your dick? And I just stopped telling people to suck my dick after that. So I'm saying like it's like lessons like that you don't necessarily get in the street from the so-called men. You figure those things out in jail with niggas that's serious about life.
And there's no disrespect, you my guy, but you lucky you didn't learn more of the hard way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just the way it goes. Because I've seen dudes say that and then get murdered. You know, so you know,
Well,
you
I said it to the kids when I was a kid. Um, and I said it to one adult. His name was Bert, but I slapped his teeth out of his mouth, so it was cool. But when I said it, I was an adolescent. I was like, this was our trend of saying it to each other. But you are correct. If the thing is that some inmates, some dudes that's about principle would have stabbed me just hearing it, me saying it to somebody else.
Yeah, because you could have started like the whole war with the Muslims or somebody else or something like that because of your actions. So so it's a good thing that certain people again you need people to pull you to the side sometimes and like, yo, do you really want somebody to do that? It's like, oh shit, what am I saying? What am I doing? But again, when you're adolescents, you already know. Sometimes here's the thing. When you're an adolescent and you're in the penitentiary, you're not grown. You're not really a grown man. Like, so, the decisions that you make are sometimes could, come back and haunt you. But the decisions that you make aren't what maybe a grown man would. You understand? Like, if you'd have told that to somebody in Attica who had 25 years in, but I'm glad that, he schooled you and stuff like that because, again, that's the thing too, man. You got older dudes in there. Like I say, it's like an apprentice. When you're young, you're like an apprentice. And the dudes that been down 10, 15, 20 years, those guys are the master carpenters. You know what I'm talking about? They're not apprentices. So they could school you on certain things, man. I was blessed like that. I had a couple people like that, that showed me, don't do this, don't talk to this dude, watch out for this one,
Because you go at night, think you know something, but you really don't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it would be, it would, I learned so much because, my motto, Mac, at the end of every video, experience is the greatest teacher. Somebody else's experience can be just as valuable, right? But if you listen, but experience really is the greatest teacher. So, you got to go through some things sometimes to understand things in a better light. You know what I'm talking about? So,
let me ask you this.
of course.
But for my people that's just getting to know you and people that's going to see you from this video, right? I want you to do me a favor. Can you tell them, reintroduce who you are, how much time you did, and how did you feel during that time?
Well, I first got arrested at the age of 14 I had 14, 15, and 16. I had 3 attempt murders, 1, 2, and 3. And back then the system was a little different. And back then it's like I got charged with 3 attempt murders before I got charged with my murder. I got charged with felony murder. By 17, I was facing felony murder charges. But the attempt murders, one I didn't do, one I beat. The other 2 I got, one was I got called the second chance program, and then on the second one I got probation. But the thing is that it got broke down. That's the thing in the court system, right? They charge you with the highest thing first, right? Attempt murder. Oh, but by the time you get to court and by the time that you go through litigation and by the time you cop out, it may only be an assault. And that's what ended up happening. So, by 17, I was in, Rikers Island facing, felony murder charges. I ended up beating felony murder charges and I blew to manslaughter. So I was sentenced to 7 years, 7 1/3 to 22.
What's the difference between a murder and a manslaughter?
A lot of years. So the minimum on a murder is 15 to life, and the most on one murder is 25 to life. On manslaughter in the first degree, the most you can get is 8 1/3 to 25. And manslaughter in the second degree, the most you can get is 5 to 15. So what happened was I blew the manslaughter in the second degree in a bench trial. I waived my jury, and I went straight for a bench trial, and I beat the top charges, which was felony murder, and murder in the second degree, murder.
Trial is a judge trial.
Yeah, because what happened was in my case was a little different. You know what I'm talking about? Like I have newspaper articles on it I could show you. But what happened is that um, the judge dismissed felony murder charges. Felony murders dismissed them because he didn't believe that the charge supported a felony murder. So the judge dropped the charge to a manslaughter. Okay. Now what happened is a lot of people don't know that the DA can do this. The DA, while this case is going on, because I waited almost 3 years before trial on Rikers Island. So what happens is the DA the prosecution went over the judge's head during the case while it's going on in these months and appealed the judge's decision to drop my murder charge to manslaughter. And what happened was they won. So they ordered me. What happened is I got newspaper articles, and again, I can send them to you, where it says, teens murder trial ordered for 2 teens. That's the headline of the newspaper. Because what happened is that the appellate division agreed with the district attorney and said, you know what? We do believe that there is enough to support a felony murder charge. So what happened is now they got the felony murder. So now they ordered me to go to trial on felony murder. So my attorney, who happened to be president of the Bar Association at the time, he said, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to waive the jury because we already know that the judge is not thinking felony murder. The judge is already thinking manslaughter. So I think we should take a chance because, again, the judge was also mad that the district attorney went over his head and appealed his decision and won. You understand? So, he was playing the mental game like, yo, now the judge is a little upset that he lost and that he got ordered to do this trial. So my lawyer said, you know what? Let's waive the jury. So in my trial, when I had the trial, my whole thing was media. You know what I'm saying? The jury box was actual media and camera and reporters. That's where they sat. Right there in the jury box was the cameras for the courts. So, and like I would go back on Rikers Island or whatever. I'd go back at night and they'd be like, yo, Fred, you was on at 6 o'clock. I'll be like, all right, let's watch the 10 o'clock news. And you see me there. But anyway, so they dropped it. So my lawyer decided, you know what, let's take this chance. So that's what I did. I went to a bench trial. I waived my jury, which you have the right to do, people. And I went to a bench trial knowing that the judge was already thinking manslaughter. I wasn't really trying to roll the dice with my life. So I took that chance. And I ended up blowing to manslaughter in the 2nd degree, and I had a 5 to 15, and we had stole a Jeep. We had stole a certain Queens rapper's Jeep, who I'm never gonna say. You know what I mean? I think I may have told you on the side, Mac, but we robbed a certain Queens rapper. You know what I mean? A well-known one back in the days. And we took his Jeep. As a matter of fact, his Jeep had a car phone and all that shit. We didn't even know how to use it. Like, I didn't know how to use this car phone at all. But I was running around fronting at the lights. You heard? I was at the lights like this, fronting on the car phone. And nobody had the car phone. And it was some rapper. But anyway, so they gave me 5 to 15 and they gave me 237. And instead of running it together, they ran it consecutive. Concurrent was together, right? So so I ended up having 7 in the 3rd to 22. And that's when I did almost 16 years off of that. Because, once you get in there, and back in them days, when you had a violent crime, like anytime you went to the parole board, you was getting hit with 2 years, 2 years. I got hit with those 2 years several times, like 4 or 5 times. The last parole board, it was like I was going to the parole board in May, and I was coming home in July. I didn't even go to, I was like, I don't even go to that board. What am I going to the May board for? I'm going home in 2 months anyway. You already hit me 4 different times. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction to sit in front of you and give me another 2. Because even though they'll still hit you with 2 years, but your my CR was July. And I had a May parole date, May parole board date. I said, man, fuck the parole board. They had already hit me 4 or 5 times. Fuck them. I'm going home in this 60 days anyway. Fuck them. So I didn't even go to my last parole board.
Okay, so you ain't go to your last parole board. Nah. That's what we're gonna stop. We're gonna start from there. You didn't go to last parole board. Nah. So, Mind of Baltimore, Major Baltimore, who's my moderator and my friend, he asks this question. You don't have to answer.
No, he's referring to LL and the Jeep because I said the Jeep, name ladies love, but it wasn't 1000%. But the thing is that 100% wasn't L, but I would never tell. Like, you know, people always like try to like, yo, was it him? I'm just not gonna do that. You know what I mean? He got, you know, we took it. He got taken out of his whip, and you know, and that's
I
just the
told
way it
him,
goes.
I told him one time that, you know, like dudes was robbing rappers. You know what I'm saying? If we
Yeah,
seen a rapper, it was like, oh shit. Like somebody
yeah,
else that wasn't from the underworld might have been like, damn, I want to get an autograph or something like that. Something like that might have went through their mind. In my mind, look at that chain. We got to get it before he leaves this
yeah.
neighborhood.
Hmm.
And it wasn't even about like clout back then. I mean, what's that? You feel me? Like back then, it was
Right.
because we needed that. Oh,
Yeah,
you go to
we
South
needed that.
Boulevard, yeah, you go hawk that. You know what I mean? You got a
Yeah.
nice little bag right there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so and I got charged for that, for that fucking whip. You know what I'm saying? They gave me two and a third to seven just for that whip. And I had it for like a couple weeks. I had that shit like it was mine, bro. And the dude didn't live too far for like I was riding around in that Jeep like it was mine, bro. Like parking it in spots, alternate
Mhm.
street. Like I was
What,
but this that stupid ass mentality, man. You know what I mean?
at what age again? What age?
I was when I took the Jeep, it was 16.
So your story's familiar to me because that's when I started my time. So
Right.
so just to put a cap on it, right?
Yep.
From the
Yep.
time you were 16, it's safe to say you pretty much grew up in prison. So
Right.
what was the overall feeling as you went through the years? Where was your mind at in the
You know,
beginning, middle,
in
and
the
the end?
in the beginning, here's the thing, man. No matter how tough you are on the streets, when you go to Rikers Island, you understand that you might
Ain't
not
no
have been as
smile.
tough as you thought, right? And because here's the thing, you got to realize that even at Rikers Island at 16, 17, there was dudes that has been locked up, whether it be group homes, whether it be DFY, which is Division for Youth and stuff like that, where dudes had already been locked up 4 or 5 years at 16, 17 years old. So they were a lot more seasoned even at 16, 17. You know what I mean? So when I walk, here's the thing too, and this is no disrespect to any white people or the white folks on here or nothing like that, but in my adolescent days there weren't anybody of my skin color who was like repping in any type of way. You know what I mean? So I didn't have that type of schooling. I know in the penitentiaries in different states and different countries, it's a different world. And even upstate penitentiaries have a lot of strong, white dudes. But on Rikers Island, as an adolescent, it, it,
As
it didn't it didn't exist. And that's no disrespect to anybody. You know what I'm saying? There was only, one or two, but and I was part of that one or two, you know what I'm talking about? So, but it was just, it was rough going in because again, man, everybody else was, on a different time. And then dudes, and when you're growing up in that, it's literally like growing up around violence all day. Like, like all you've seen is people get cut. All you see is people get stabbed. All you see is people get, you know, lit on fire. I seen people lit on fire. Like dudes would wrap dudes up. Dudes be sleeping. Dudes would wrap them up in toilet paper and fucking light them on fire. Why? Just for recreation. Like, yo, let's catch some wreck. Let's put this dude on fire. Wait,
wow.
what? Yeah, and this was, I mean, that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so, like this, it was just a whole different world. And then the phones. You see, in my time, it was a little different. Now on Rikers Island, it's a bit different because, you wear jumpsuits and things like that. But in my time, you could wear your own clothes. You could wear a watch. You could wear jewelry. You can, you had your own thing. So, so many people were getting robbed. Like there's certain dudes that I knew that used to go to like court and come back with 5, 6 watches. Like they robbed 5, 6 dudes in a day. I mean, yo, how the fuck
Oh, that was
their whole arm be wide. Matter of fact, you know who was
you
like
know
that?
that was
Your
a
man.
badge of honor. That was a badge of honor to come back with them joints.
You know who was like that? You know who was
Like
like
the calculator one.
Yeah, you know who was like that? Rams was like that. Rams, your man
Rambo.
Rams,
Big
savage.
big shout out to John Rambo,
Yeah, he
183rd.
wasn't that big, but the first time I met him, I was a suicide aide in the Bing. I had came out, and he was in the back of the cell, and the dude
I'll
was
tell my story about him.
he was like he showed me he had a whole band full of watches. He's like, yo, I want to sell one of these watches for some butter cookies. Like, this is how I first got introduced to him and shit. And I was, I didn't know who he was because he wasn't that big. And that's the thing too. It's a lot of times it's the dudes who ain't really that big, man. Them motherfuckers are savages, man. These
All of those
little
short.
dudes is fucking savages, man. I'm telling you, man. Robbing people, cutting people, stabbing people was a daily occurrence, man. You know that. Like, it was just a daily occurrence, and eventually I learned what.
Was you robbing niggas too?
Nah, I never was with that, man. That's the truth, the true story, man. I never was with that, man. But the thing is that you learn that when you're around a bunch of lions, right, and you're around savages, you have to carry yourself in a certain way, and you learn what works in the penitentiary. You learn the attitude and behaviors that get by. And the reality is, because I was so young and I went in and, I did, at that point, I did half my life in the penitentiary,
Wow.
that this chip, even all these years, like this chip is like, it'll never leave me. Like, I developed the personality where, everything's all love, but don't, don't play with me because something may happen. But
You realize the real nature of human beings. That's crazy.
Right. So even out here, like, I always explain to people, like, if I open the door for you and you don't say thank you, like, I'm in like, yo, you're welcome. Like, I'm that dude because of past experience. So again, you learn with certain attitudes and behavior to get by. So I learned these attitudes and behavior really strictly out of fear and survival. You know what I'm saying? Like, being 100%, we being 100% here. I was no fucking gangster. I was no fucking gangster, but I learned what works. I learned that you got to have a little chip on your shoulder and be ready to do what you do. And, as some people know, I'm from some people that are here on my channel, I've been boxing my whole life. My dad put me on my first bag at 4 years old. You know what I mean? So I've always...
And you a tall ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, I grew in prison too. Like, I went in like 5'7", I'm 6'3", but I've always been, I've always been able to fool people. And that's another thing too, believe it or not, with the whole skin color thing, is because dudes was doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do to white dudes. They was extorting them, they was robbing them, they was smacking them with no consequence. You understand?
None.
So I never wanted to get labeled like them. I'm not them. You understand? And I would fool a lot of dudes because how I look, you know what I mean? And then dudes be like, yo, I play the back. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I remember, you know what I mean? I've had several KOs, you know what I mean? Dude try to take my time and all that. Like, yo, I want to fight him, because what happens is when you have phone time, and other people start coming in, I'm just telling this for your audience so they can get the story, you know what I mean? When other people come in, they start seeing who's got phone time, because after 5 o'clock, you can't touch the fucking phone. Don't touch the phone after 5 o'clock if you not.
Time started 3:30.
Some places, you know what I'm talking about? But don't touch the phone. You get your 6 minutes in the morning, and that's a wrap-a-rooney. We used to call it, go get your Dougie. Go get your 6 minutes, Dougie. Fred. Go get your Dougie.
I'm going to tell you a funny phone story.
Right. So get your Dougie. So after that, you couldn't touch the phone. So when I did, I had phone time, wherever. So, like, dude will come in and, he'll see whatever, and he'll be like, yo, he got time? All right, I want to fight him. And you fight the dude or whatever, you know what I mean, for his phone time, for his little half hour. I always had a half hour no matter what. So a dude would be like, yo, I want to fight him for his time. So, it was either, oh, I don't want to fight, and then you a bitch, or you going to fight. And that's the thing. I always fool people because, again, like, if you see, you might not understand until I start throwing them blows and ducking and come bang, bang, bang. And I've got several KOs, man. Several under the belt. Just saying. I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I'm not here to do that. I'm always 100 with y'all. I'm just telling you that I had to develop a certain mentality, a mentality that's still with me today. You know what I mean? I'm a family man, Mac. In case you didn't know, I'm getting married on the 1st, Zoom wedding. You know what I mean? I'm gonna send you the invite. You know what I mean? So I got 3 babies now, so it's a whole different ball game. But sometimes I tell people, Mac, I say, you know what? The lion in me is asleep, but he ain't dead. Don't play with me. You know what I mean? Like, So, I always had to develop a mentality, and I developed that mentality through my whole bit. But the thing is that most people will tell you, who know me, everyone who know, will just say Fred was smooth. I'm a ball player. I play all sports, but basketball is my thing. So reality is sports helped me a lot, because anywhere I went, I was the point guard on the state team. Like I was the point guard on the jail team, and we used to have other like colleges come in, church groups would come in and play the inmates, and I would always the point guard. And that's a fact.
I ask you a
Hey,
personal
I
question.
appreciate it. Thank you, man.
I want to ask you a question.
So that always got me
It's,
through was the sports and being able to fight, man.
I want to ask you this. It's a real personal question. It's not nothing invasive or
Right.
anything that's spicy and nothing like that. I'm throwing that disclaimer out there, but it is a personal question.
All right.
Okay, can white men jump?
Fred White can. I don't know about the rest of these dudes.
Hey
You're
yo, you know
silly.
what? A
You're
good
silly, man.
basketball game kept a regular white boy that was doing time. If we ever found a white dude that had handle and knew how, he automatically was safe. It's like a
Yeah.
couple things that keep you safe. If you the drug man,
I was the point guard, bro. I was the
they
point
let
guard on the state team. Anywhere I went, I was the point guard on the
I
state
was on
team.
state, I was on downstate state team. I was on Hudson state team and Collins state team.
Yeah. Also, you ball a little bit, Mac. Okay.
I ball a lot. I
And I and
shake
I,
these.
I I play all of them though. Baseball, I was the center field on the state team. Football, I'm the quarterback. Like, it's just I've always been an athlete. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, I know this sounds funny, but sports really, because that's what most people know me for playing ball and just being smooth. Like I wasn't with none of that rah rah shit. I wasn't with robbing people like you were. I wasn't with none of this. Nothing else that was going on. I wasn't with the gang activities. I wasn't with none of that. I was smooth. But
Victim. I was a victim.
nah. But I've always been, whatever they call 10 toes down. I've always been real. I've always been the same, and I've always just, you know, I've always been me, man. But I always had
You
that
always
little
been an
chip because
interesting
it's something I had
motherfucker.
to develop, bro. Huh?
It's, and you always been interesting. I think like let me just speak for black people and the dude at their time. Like if I would have bumped into you while we was doing time, the one thing and it's the same thing like when I first heard you speak, you know what I mean? Like us linking up
Mm-hmm.
online was is this. You don't find too many like white dudes from New York City that really like that can dig into that world and get it on that level because like you said, back then a lot of white dudes wasn't living until you got up north. When you
Right
got up
up
north,
north. Right.
different. It was different. But on
Right.
Rikers Island, okay, think about it like this: there's 98 ethnic people, two white boys. You're gonna have to make your mark somehow. Being
Right.
a cool dude, just being cool and know how to mingle will get you out of a lot of shit. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
you possess that whatever you've been through in life, and especially the time that you went through it, right? But let me and people know I jump all over the place. But let me
Me
ask you
too.
something.
Me too. I do it too, bro.
Let me forward into today, right? Because I did
Right.
want to ask you how you felt like back then, but I think that people, if anybody see this, they'll get a clear enough picture to know that this is not the spot to be in, right? But today, you say you're getting married and stuff like that, and you do a lot of what I would call community based things. You care on a different level, and your message it brings that out. You know what I'm saying? So here it is, like okay, we YouTubers and we have our jail time, but you can see potential for so much more greater. When I kick it with you and you talk about your family, the way you talk to your kids, it's kind of like how I embrace my kids, and I didn't have a father. Did you have a father?
My dad. I had a stepfather. My dad was in my life, right? But he was more of a weekend dad, and he was more of a whenever he didn't have a date on the weekend, maybe I would go with him or something like that. It was that type of situation. It was more of a here and there type thing. And that's the truth. Me and my mom. We always butt heads. So I was always in the streets, man.
So that would you say that you're because you do like you got a real big connection with your family
But
and
let me just say, my dad was not the dad I am. Absolutely not.
okay, so this is what I'm saying, right? Like with me, people tell me that I'm a good father, right?
Mhm.
And and they'll see things I'm doing, and in my mind, nigga, I could be a way better father. And I get that feeling from you. Like when I get on the phone, I'm like, here, Fred, you do anything for your kids. You really itemize the love that you have for your family, and you structure it in a way where I could tell that you could be out there and you could do whatever you want, but you chose this life, right?
Facts.
Being a father and being on this end of like being a family man and shit. How does that feel? And how do you relate your history to your children? What do you tell them?
You know, the reality is my daughter knows my situation. She's 13 now. You know what I mean? She knows a little bit. In fact, her friends love my channel, which is good. A lot of her the friends that are boys, they watch it, so they know what this did. But anyway, so you know, here's the reality. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I became a father, it was really when it hit me of the destruction that I caused to people. When I became a father, it really hit me to the fact that I took somebody's life. It really hit me that I made people suffer. And it really hit me about the pain and destruction that I caused others, man. You know what I mean? It really hit me also at trial, you know, when the dad got up and, you know, and he talked about how you know, sometimes I get emotional, man, but he talked about like how I took his boy, how he would never see his boy walk down the aisle, he would never see his boy graduate from school. And you know, to be honest with you, to this day it still bothers me because of my family now, because I couldn't imagine what I did, man. You know, I couldn't imagine.
What's the worst you had personally, on like somebody that can't understand that world? What's the worst thing that you had to personally deal with that? I'm talking about you by yourself, not the, you know, what's the worst that you had to deal with?
As far as like what the penitentiary goes, or just mentally,
Like
you know.
mind.
Yeah, the worst was, you know, when like I said, when my kids were born, man. And you know, I've always known that, you know, I caused pain, and I caused pain to my family too, because again, you know, you know, you know, the homicide that I caught, it wasn't, it was like an accident. You know what I mean? It was, you know how they say the accident murder. Like I didn't shoot nobody, I didn't kill nobody, but you know, when you're living that lifestyle, things happen. And you know, it was a group of us, a group of them, and we were having a fight. And one of them actually ran in the street, Mac, and got hit by a car. And that's, you know, I didn't mean for that shit to happen. But when you live in that lifestyle and you live in that, you know, you want to go bang in other people's neighborhoods, it's eventually going.
Have you ever had talks in your mind with that person?
Nah, not with the person, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I drive past the scene a lot. I drive past it, and every time I do, I turn my radio down and I say a little prayer, you know, and I'll look and I'll just, you know, keep it moving, and it weighs on me. And it's a big burden I still have today, you know what I mean? And, you know, like I said, because I realized, you know, the pain, man, I caused people. You know, the kid's mother ended up going to like a psychiatric ward. You know, I destroyed their family, man. Not I destroyed my family too. And it's like, you know, for a selfish act, for trying to be a gangster, for trying to be tough, for trying to rep my hood. And, you know, and none of these hood that I was repping, none of them came to visit me. None of them came to see me. None of them came to, you know, none of them sent me a commissary. None of them sent me a package. You know what I mean? So I was repping something that didn't even fucking make sense. And this is the stuff, this is why, you know, in conclusion to that, this is why I do what I do now, man.
We backwards, you know, in the streets, and we kind of like put a lot of importance on the gangsters and the killers and shit like that.
Right.
And did that on another note, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that jacket or having that body on you kept a lot of people clear? Like,
No.
you know, playing games?
No, not inside, because everybody had a body. Everybody was killers. Everybody. I was around 1,000 killers. So like, you know, my little shit was, huh?
I said I need to hear that. I need you to say that.
Nah, man. I was, you know, there was no difference for me. It's just, you know, you know, to be honest, it was hard, man. Rikers Island was hard, man. Rikers Island was tough as fuck. You know, again, because of the skin color, you know what I mean? And because
How
it
long was
was,
you down in the island? Did you stay there for like 2 years?
I was almost, like 2 years and some change, like 2.5 years, a little bit more, man. And I went upstate, you know, I went upstate in 90, I had a 90 number. And that was a whole different world too. But, you know, because ended up going to Caxsackie, which was, the crazy part is that my mom's had a friend in the Department of Corrections, and they told her, he'll be okay as long as he doesn't go to Caxsackie.
That's exactly what he sent me.
Of course, that's exactly where they sent me, man.
The
You was
cat
there
was,
too?
yeah, yeah. Remember we was talking about it? I was a C3 when it was the mess hall.
Oh, right, exactly, 100%.
I think that you said when you was there it was like D-Lock or something like that.
Nah, I think it was C. It was it D1, and on the mess hall, a lot of them too was in the dorms too. A lot of them was in the dorms, but you
I
know,
was in
yeah,
green.
when I was there. But the thing is, I got there, I was chilling, whatever, blah blah blah, and yeah, I touched something there, but I ended up having the receiving room job. So you already know. I had the receiving
That's
room job. So I see everybody coming in and everybody leaving. So if you was a sucker, and just say you took somebody's drugs or something like that, and you signed in the PC and you told on somebody, when you left the jail, you know, your shit was gone. You know what I mean?
The kite followed you too. The kite, they don't
Kite
understand how
follows you.
the kite is. The
Right.
kite, that's like a cell phone.
Yeah, yeah. So when a motherfucker tell you he's going to the next jail, but motherfuckers would be like, "Yo, Fred, make sure you get him." So motherfucker would come down and, you know, he have all his shit and everything, and I'll pack everything up. Yeah, yeah. By the time he got to fucking Auburn, Attica, he had nothing, man. You know,
Wow.
but I would only do that to suckers. So to go back to your, like, robbing people, like I would only do that to the people who, you understand, who violated somebody or who told on somebody or you did some sucker
What's the
shit.
worst thing that you seen happen to a rapo?
Oh, I seen a lot of shit happen to rapists, man. I remember this one time in Clinton, man. I knew this dude that we had pounded him out in Queen's house because we were actually watching the news, and this dude came up on the news because he had what happened was they came to wake him up for court, and dude was like, I don't have court today. They were like, yo, well, your name is on. He had court. They took him out to go to court. Later on the news, like the 6 o'clock news, he hadn't got back from court yet. 6 o'clock news, he was on the news because what he was doing is from the jail, he was calling his victims, and they were kids. He was raping kids up on Coney Island roofs, and he was calling them, telling them, you better not testify. They charged him for calling them, like tampering with witness type shit. So we watching the news like, oh shit, this dude's fucking raping fucking kids. So when he got back, he got the blanket party. In case y'all don't know what that means, that means
Uh-oh.
he's there. We throw the blanket over him so he doesn't see his assailants, and you know, he got assaulted. So like about 12 years later, I go to Clinton, and dude is running. I found out later he wasn't a rat hunter, but he was running with like the rat hunters, like he was cool with them. And one of them was my man Flacco. So now the thing is that when
So
I
Flacco,
seen the,
Harlem,
yeah. I think I don't know if he was from. I think he
black,
was from
black,
Brooklyn.
skinny,
No,
black
no, no,
skinny.
no. Not Spanish kid. Spanish kid.
Okay, okay.
So the thing is that I seen him, and I recognized him before maybe he recognized me. But I also knew what I had did to him 10, 12 years ago. So what I did was I was like, wait a minute. I had to play chess in that move. I had to play chess in this situation. So I seen who the dudes he was fucking with, and I was like, yo, Flacco, that's my man. So I pulled Flacco to the side. I'm like, yo, I'm just letting you know, dude right there, he's no fucking good. He's a rapist. He's raping boys. And the dude, Flacco, was like baffled because Flacco was cool with the kid. And matter of fact, the kid was like the best man, like at his wedding type shit, right? Like he had a wedding and he was
Oh
like
no.
the best. Yeah, some shit. So I was like, yo, you don't believe me? Come on. We went to the phone. I got on the phone and I had my people. I said, yo, and he gave my my family the number, so we punched him in because you can go to New York State inmate lookup, and it's there, right? So and we punched him up, punched his name, and you seen all the sodomy and rape charges and shit like that. So dudes dealt with that dude. The next day they damn near killed that motherfucker, man. And that was something I didn't have to do because I figured that he was the type of snake motherfucker to be like, tell them, yo, this guy did this to me 10 years ago. not really understanding why we did that shit to his ass. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, them dudes, damn near like, damn near killed him. I looked the dude up recently. It's so crazy because his name is I'll tell you his name, people. His name is Jose Santiago, right? And there's 2 million Jose Santiago, so we had his ID number to punch in it. Because if you go to Jose Santiago on the New York State inmate lookup, you're gonna find 10,000 of them. You know what I mean? And in case anybody goes there and looks for Fred White, that's not my real name. So anyway, I looked him up, and he's in Puerto Rico, and he's on the sex registry, whatever the fuck, in Puerto Rico. His name is Jose Santiago. You guys can look him up. Sucker, man. But yeah, man, I seen a lot of dudes, a lot of rapists get dealt with, man. Or dudes that they thought was rapists. I told you,
A lot of dudes
the Central Park dude. The Central Park dude had it rough, man.
Let me ask you something about that.
Yeah.
Take a look, because
Corey,
I mean,
his name is
Corey Wise. But when I speak to my boy that knows him since he was grown, like young, he says that he basically says that that he really was how they depicted in that movie, and I think there was the Central Park 5.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, well, what was your I mean, I know you did a story on him, but what was your recollection of how he was?
I had just mentioned him in it, but yeah, he was on the other side. He was in it was either one main or one of them shits, and dudes did the blanket party to him too, man. Threw the blanket, beat him up, did all that. But every house he went to, he got dealt with, and it was just so crazy because everyone thought he was a rapist. Everyone thought he was part of the Central Park raping this lady, and it was the biggest case at that time. Like, it was the biggest case ever back then, So when we see the dude on the TV and he's here and he's labeled a rapist by the news, I mean, I feel bad. Like, later on, that's one of them things. It's like, yo, I feel bad. It's like, but again, he was labeled that. Now, I'm not saying that's what he was, that's what we thought he was. And that dude had it rough, bro. The rest of them kids was in DFY, so I can't really explain. They weren't even 16, so they weren't on Rikers Island. Son was like 16 or 17. Oh, you was in Spofford with him?
Yeah, I was in Spofford with a few of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Youssef.
Right, Salam. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Youssef Salam.
Raymond Santana.
Central. Yeah. Not Raymond, but the other one. Kevin. I think his name is Kevin.
Kevin McCary.
I don't know his last name, but
yeah,
Kevin.
That's his last name. That's his last name.
Yeah. And then I was with Corey Wise, and we called him Khalil. I was with him in Wendy. You know what I'm saying? And he actually taught me how to do like speak Arab, like the learn. He helped me with basic Arabic. Like the alphabets and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
So how people saw him or how that movie depicted him, I didn't see him like that. And I was in a masjid with him. He taught me this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of people who know him before and after, and they say he's just not the same, man. That's no disrespect to him, but that shit takes a toll on you. When you're labeled something and you got to go through the system 10, 15 years or whatever he did, and and you're labeled something and everyone knows this or thinks this of you. I mean, how could you ever be the same, Mac?
Yeah. Yeah.
How could you ever be the same? So I know he got dealt with in a lot of places.
That's crazy. Well, a lot of you know what though? Imagine how many other people that was innocent during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No, I know. I know a dude who was charged with killing his mom. And I seen about maybe 2 years ago. It was about 2 years ago. I seen him on the front page of the Daily News. He was free because he always said he didn't do it. And he was freed. But he was just freed a couple years ago. So he did 20-something years. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, he got convicted of killing his mother, and he always swore he did not do it. And they got found out that he did not do it. They caught they got the person who did, and it was like, oh my God. How do you give that kid his life back, though? You know what I mean? How does he start his life again in the 40s when at 16 years old he was, he's been labeled this 16 in his 20s and his 30s. He was labeled as somebody who killed his own mother. You know what I mean? So I mean, the
Hey,
system is fucked up, man.
the system,
Yeah.
the system.
The system itself is just fucked up. It's just a fucked up place, man. Where I'm just, for all you
He was
people
having
out
fun.
there.
Don't lie.
Huh?
He was having fun at the end of your bid. Don't lie.
It's certain. I mean, by the end, I was situated. And I never really had like. Here's the thing. I did have good times because I met some good people, man.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
everywhere was like is like you learn to
Yeah.
adapt. You learn to become like a chameleon or something. Like you learn to just
Good friends, niggas that was in jail with you.
all my ones. I have a couple from before incarceration, like two or three, like two, three. Other
But
than
the
that, like my guys now, like are the guys that I was behind the wall with. We have a bond that will never, ever, ever be broken, man. Never. There's just certain dudes you just never. It's just the way it goes. When you go through the struggle with certain people, and they understand the same struggle as you were in, and y'all on the same page, it's all love, and they'll be your friends for life, bro.
it get deep. It get deep. It get deep
Yeah,
because it's like, yo, I'll do the card trick on Fred. I'll tell you what. Listen, Fred, I'm about to get you up here because I ain't gonna stay long, but I got to
yeah,
do the
yeah. I'm
card.
tired. I'm going to bed.
People, somebody asked me to do the card trick on you. So
That's what's
this is
up.
what we're gonna do. Let me grab the card. Let me show you the card trick, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
And thank you for everybody that pulled up with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'd have been playing my music by now, getting ratchet. Just in case you
Nah, it's
don't
all
know,
love, man. Y'all want to
Fred
come up
White
and
is
mess? Shoot.
Fred White kept me out of a lot of trouble online, man. He be like, man, hey Mac, the thing is this, man. You gotta look at it like this, right? And
Yeah,
I'll
but
take
you
his
know what?
word to be
Because
gold.
dudes. I don't even acknowledge. I only had one hater really ever, but I just don't deal with these dudes. You just gotta ignore them. That's like part of the 48 laws, man. Just ignore them and they go away, man. That's just the way it is. Because a lot of people,
I started liking
they
you.
hate.
I started
They hate to see, yo, Mac. I look today. You got over 4,000. I'm like, oh shit, Mac. Look at the fuck is Mac doing? You doing your thing, bro. I'm proud of you.
we working.
Yeah, we
We
working,
working.
man. That's it. That's how it goes. And we have other things that we do too. This is just something we do, for fun, for rec.
Exactly. And I can't wait till we do it. You know how many fucking people ask me about this goddamn cooking show between me and you? Like everybody asks about it all the time,
I'm not
bro.
really a chef. I'm not really a chef, but we could, you know what I mean? We still do have to do something though. You know what I mean?
Hold up. And before you leave, y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see
I'm
this.
listening. I'm gonna
Right?
watch. Let's do it.
Now check it out. I gotta put my music on in the background. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some music. Matter of fact, I don't need the music. All right. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take some of these cards out. Not all of them, because if I do it with all of them, the trick is gonna take too long. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. You can see me in this card, right? Let me just
Yeah.
make sure they're all different. This is a joke, and let me get that out of there. You know what I'm saying? Here's another joke, and let me just get that thing out of there. Okay. Okay. You got these cards in my hand, right? Now, Fred, I'm gonna go through all. I need you to listen to this very carefully, right? I'm gonna go through all of these cards in my hand, right? I want you to look at all of them, right?
Right.
But in your mind, I want you to pick a card in your mind, and you
Alright.
can't fucking lie, bro.
Never.
I know I'm just playing. I'm just that's a part of my act. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, man. Of
Like my
course.
hat.
All love. All love. All love.
Okay.
All right,
Come on.
wait. But am I looking at the card, one of these cards? Because my card might be in another pile.
I'm gonna go through these cards.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell me when. You know what I'm saying? Let me go through all of them, but have the card in your mind.
Got you.
All right. I'm gonna show you all the cards. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Almost done. I want you to keep a card in your head. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got that card in your head?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna shuffle up a little bit. I want you. You know. Well, let me give you a real shuffle. But mind you, you know what I mean? It's the card, whatever card it is only in your head.
Yep.
You got to understand this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a mental connection with you. A mental connection. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through these. I'm gonna place the cards down here on the table. Matter of fact, check it out. Let me see if I can do this without compromising. Okay, let me move this over here. I'll move this right here. I'm gonna pull this way. All right. I'm gonna do that like that. And then I'm gonna go like this towards me. And let's go downwards. You see that? Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You see what we got going on here, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through these cards and put them down on the table. Now, the whole idea of this is not about the card trick. We're gonna start the card trick in a second, okay? I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna officially let you know the card trick is starting. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know you're in a whole different state than me, right? So for me to put something into your head or into where you at right now, you, Fred White. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but I gotta get the mental connection. So I need you to tell me which deck I should go through first. I'm gonna do this 3 times. And if you get it the first time, that's when we're gonna start the trick.
Mac, I know this trick, but I'll roll with you for the people. Let's go.
Yo, listen, you don't know shit.
Let's do it.
Killing me. All right, check it out. 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2. I'm gonna go through the cards. If you don't tell me when you see it. If you see your card in this deck, you let me know. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Did you see your card in there?
No.
No mental connection.
No mental connection at all. I don't know. It might be the snow, the storm. This shit's fucking it up.
1 or 2.
1.
1.
1. Okay.
I'm gonna go through all these cards. Can you see them good?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see your card in there?
Yes, sir.
So your card is still in the deck somewhere, huh?
Yep.
All right. See, you could probably know the trick, but you ain't gonna know the flavor.
Nah.
Oh,
I don't know the trick. I don't know it. See, I don't know it. It's a different. All right. I opened my mouth too soon. My bad.
Now you don't know this one. You think you know it. Check it out.
That's what I'm saying. You're right.
Man, you gotta look at my hands, man. You know what I mean? I do it so slow, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles know where the car goes.
Yeah, you talk too fast.
Yeah, I know. Did you see your card in here?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the second pile. Remember, I told you 3 times. Did you see a card in there?
No, sir.
It's in there? Huh?
Nope.
It's not there? Okay, let me get these off here.
Yeah.
Do you see it in here? It got to be in there because it's the only pile I ain't go through.
Yep.
So you still see a card in there, right?
Yes, I do.
One more time. I need you to catch this the first time, bro. What's going on, man? You wish you was in front of me in person, right? I know you died laughing in the back of your head, bro. I know you died laughing in the back of your head. I hate that you know this trick right now.
Nah. I don't. God, it's all love, man.
Nah, I'm telling you what. I swear you don't know it. You know a version of it, but you
I know a version. Yeah, I know a version of it.
The McMean version. See, the McMean version is really the D version. You know what I mean? So, boom. You see a card in here. Don't tell me when. Let me go through all the cards. Did you see it in there?
No, sir.
You didn't see it in there?
Didn't see it.
All right. You go through all of these. Do you see a card in there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yep.
Are you positive?
I'm 1,000%.
Cheating motherfucker. Do you see
Let me
it?
see. Yeah.
You see your card in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, right?
Yeah.
Let me shuffle the cards again.
Okay.
You see what I'm doing? So your card is definitely in this pile.
1,000%.
No smoking, no smoking mirrors, none of that. You want me to go through it again? I'm gonna go through all the cards again.
Yeah.
Right? Do you see a card in this pile?
I couldn't see that there, but
okay, let me go through it again. I need everybody to look at my hands right now. right? Now watch this. Let me put this up. Fred White. I'm gonna go through all these cards.
Yeah.
Right? Don't tell me that it went. I'm gonna go through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch my hands, y'all. Let me put this mirror down a little bit. I mean this camera. Did you see your card in here?
I did.
You did see it.
I did.
Okay. Fuck you, Fred. Okay, check it out. Okay, so you want to see a real shuffle, right? Now look, did I move these cards yet? No. They're still in my hand. Right? I'm gonna give you a real shuffle. Is that a real shuffle?
That's a real shuffle.
Let's try again. Your card is in here, right?
It is.
Okay. Now, I want you to tell me, was your card red or was it black?
It was red.
You see this hand right here? That's
I
a
do.
funny hand. That's a funny hand right there, bro. You got a card in that motherfucker. Hold on, let me
Let me
put this.
see. Yeah, you see, your shit is bad different. This is different. Let me see.
Look what I'm saying, right? You
Yeah.
go first. Before I turn this card around,
Yeah.
you gotta tell everybody. And I wrote on the card.
Yeah. You want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
King of Heart. Good shit, boy.
Hold up, let me
Yeah.
get rid of it. Now look. That's crazy.
Nah, yeah, nah.
Nah. Let me try. Look.
Yeah, nah. We see me and you, like we wouldn't be playing spades against each other, man. I wouldn't, you know what I mean?
No, no. Magician Mac. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Nah, that was nice. I like it. I like it. Mm-hmm.
That's all a part of my
Nah,
act. Hey,
nah,
listen,
good shit, bro.
Fred, I'm about to get you up out of
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
man. You
I'm
already
tired
love
as
me, bro.
fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everything. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Thank
all
you.
love.
Let me just give you your flowers real quick, right? Check this out. Thank you, bro. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you. You know what I mean?
Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody here. See Shannon is here. I see a bunch of people here. Jew man, like, you know, salute to everybody, man. You know, Mac is a real dude. And you know, that's why I do this. You see, I don't be pulling up on dude shit, man. You know what I mean? But you know, you my guy. So we gotta do this more often. I think me and you could do our own podcast. What y'all think, man? What y'all think, people?
All the time.
Yeah, it's just right now. Right now, I got low energy. It's 1 in the morning. I'm tired. I've been up all day. You know, these kids be up at 6. So, you know what I mean? But I think maybe a podcast for me and you could be in the future, bro.
I mean, I've been saying it. You've been saying it. A lot of people that watch both of us
Like
say
once
it.
a week, we do a Zoom together, something like that. You know what I mean? And just put it out for the people, man.
I'm with it,
Something
man.
we
I'm
gotta
with it.
we gotta figure something out. Yo, Mac, listen, man, I appreciate you. It's all
Thank you, bro.
love. People,
Thank
go check out my channel, Tales from the Pen. You won't be disappointed. Mac, love you, boy. I'll
Love you
catch up
back.
with you. All right,
Peace,
one.
King. Peace,
Peace.
peace, peace. That was a good nice little vibe. My boy Fred White. Tales from the pen. Like you saying, I'm ready to fuck shit up and all that. Fred is happy to be like Mac, you saying you got too much to lose, or you got things, you know what I mean, that need to be addressed and stuff. I mean, you know what I mean? People need to be addressed by the good vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I explain. I'm gonna play a couple of music. What you're saying, we look at this. Appreciate you, Fred. You, Fred, and likewise the Mac. You, man. You know what I mean? Clear thoughts, peace. Got you. Reset. He said, bro, you being a robot right now. Yeah, they got me on robot mode. It's okay. Is it fixed, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Is it fixed? I'm gonna answer some questions. I'm gonna play this one song. Y'all, whatever questions y'all got, let me know. Loco. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Baltimore. Now I gotta play my ignorance before I get up out of here.
Stay woke. Chest. Gotta take a break to fix my brain. Chopstick big, turn the bitch go main. But the cops gon' give me in the shake, go bang. Man, I don't know, I know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off your everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the bad guy? Same niggas that I ate with in terms of flat. Big chicken with the gravy and the motherfucking stack. They tell them they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. I'm straight. So who the man, I don't know, I know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the granddaddy? I knew the niggas, but they saw fuck everybody. Shit, juice with two slow pieces. International pimp, no visas. Now I'm probably eating gold pieces. 1959, better get an old preach in my neck. $500 for sneakers. Matter of fact, that's autograph. I ain't even gonna talk about the watch. Touchdown on the plug, quarterback. Boom! I'm in the natty now. Who got the caddy down? Who got a rag top? Glory, I am the daddy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I shoot that for shit. I'm saying, nigga, smile in your face, better watch, nigga. That shit right here, man, better clock a nigga. You a day late and $1 short, boy. Bob all off, you a bit too hostile, nigga. It's on my waist, 45, Michael Jordan on Billy D. I caught my case, so shorty by. I had to fight cause the bitch ain't giving me. I be out here shooting these movies and shit. Niggas buying cars, I Uber bitch. Niggas think I'm smart with the stupidest shit. Pull up with the blood on my dudes and trip. I take a break to fix my brain. Chopstick big, turn the bitch go main. But the cops gon' give me if the shit go bang. So who man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take a chain off his everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the granddaddy?
Let me know if y'all fucking with that.
I ain't with the turn on flat. Big chicken with the baby and the motherfucking stack. They attention, then they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. I'm straight. So who the man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take a chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the granddaddy? I knew the niggas, but they saw fuck everybody. They saw fuck everybody.
Hey, yo, hit the link, Loco. Hit the link, Loco. The people want to speak to Loco. What happened? Can we get Loco up here and so you can tell us what's the weather like in New York right now? You know what I'm saying? Y'all like this shit, man? Put some fire next to that shit. Let's turn this shit right back up. You know what I mean? I know we got to get some stretches out and all that because I'm a long-winded motherfucker and I know a lot of people.
Nigga wanna talk with the granddaddy. Niggas when they saw fuck everybody.
Nah, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Loco, get on that camera. They go to link.
Chest. Gotta take a break to fix my.
I heard you got a new chain.
Big turn bitch go main.
Put some fire next to my shit, y'all.
So who man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the granddaddy? Same niggas that I ate with in terms of flat. Big chicken with the gravy and the motherfucking stack. They attention, then they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake.
Y'all fucking with that card trick though, right? You ain't think I was gonna get it right?
Everybody, nigga take the chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the granddaddy? New niggas when they saw fuck everybody. Shit juice with two slow pieces. International pimp, no visas. Now I'm probably eating gold pieces. Now you can die, better get an old preach in my neck. $500 for sneakers. Matter of fact, that's autograph. I ain't even gonna talk about the watch. Touchdown on the plug, quarterback. I'm in the natty now. Who got the caddy down? Who got a rag top? Glory, I am the daddy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I shoot that for shit. I'm saying, nigga, smile in your face, better watch, nigga. That shit right here, man, better clock a nigga. You a day late and $1 short, boy. If I roll up, you a bit too hostile, nigga. It's on my waist, 45, Michael Jordan on Billy D. I caught my case, so shorty by. I had to fight cause the bitch ain't giving me. I be out here shooting these movies and shit. You niggas buying cars, I Uber bitch. Niggas think I'm smart with the stupid shit. Pull up and dump blood on them and do this trick. Gotta take a break to the base of my brain. Try to take big, turn the bitch go name. All the cops gon' get me if the shit go bang. So who man, I don't wanna know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the red dot? Same niggas that I ate with them tongues so flat. Big chain with the baby in the motherfucking stack. Pay attention if they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. I'm straight. So who the man, I don't know, I know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the red dot? I knew the niggas, but they saw fuck everybody. They saw fuck.
Let me see my boy gonna get up on his camera. Yo, loco, what's up? What we doing here, papi? What happened, papi? Entiende mucho, pero un poquito, oíste. Yo estoy aquí para ti. I sound like a Mexican, Puerto Rican, man. Yo estoy aquí para ti, oíste. Hey, hit that like button. Let's get that shit up to 60. Damn, man. What happened? My boy B-Easy. This is it right here.
I'm experienced now.
I mean, I know a lot of people that watch me ain't watching me to listen to music. You know what I'm saying? But some of my people is, so once in a while I gotta play my shit for my people. You know what I'm saying? Loco going to Lippy. We go live tomorrow. I'll hit you early. Nah, they don't want to hear that.
Lateness, testing your patience. I'm working on greatness. That's gotta wait, bitch. Trusting my naysayers in this matrix where they bait switch, real for the fake shit. Rappers don't say shit, crackers don't pay shit, just like a slave shit. But chain gang, same chain with the same whip. Pimp game, big fame is the main strip. So I took it to the underground railroad, still drop jewels, even if I never sell gold. Put the rap float on another plateau. Bruce Lee, Roy, big boy with the black glow, king like that, cold clean like the Mac, leaning in the lack, with the meat in his lap, home, people never like so. Vivid, you can picture me rolling. Back from the future, got my history stolen by the so-called Jews, fake Christians and Romans, but I'm really the chosen, fully emboldened.
That was such a play on words because I had a song and I was saying riding down 7th with the devil in my lap. When niggas was dreaming, I had to shovel up the crack. He said, clean like the Mac, riding down the road with the Nina in the lap. Some shit like that. He was a crazy play on words, bro.
For the fake shit.
That's how we like saluted each other. Not only just me and Brian, but all the great MCs that I rap with.
Don't say shit, crackers don't pay shit, just like a slave shit. But chain gang, same chain with the same whip. Pimp game, big fame is the main strip. So I took it to the underground railroad, still drop jewels, even if I never sell gold. But the rap float on another plateau. Bruce Lee, Roy, big boy with the black glow, king like that, cold clean like the Mac, leaning in the lack, with the meat in his lap, long people never lack so. Vivid, you can picture me rolling. Back from the future, got my history stolen by the so-called Jews, fake Christians and Romans, but I'm really the chosen, fully emboldened, taking my throne and crown, BK soldier style, ain't no holding down, Charlie Oaks child, control the crowd, the flows around, hoes and outs from all the roads and outs. So much over now, and hip-hop's global now. You know what they say, it goes around, comes around. Hold it down, hold it down. Slow metamorph of a black man with low credit scores and cold metaphors into a better force. Gotta be a ghetto boss, cause I can't beg the boss, rather go to rebel cause. Feel better off, like a runaway slave when he headed off. If you never take a chance, you already lost. So it's time to play my hand, I'ma bet it all. Nigga gotta set it on, cause I can't go alone just to get along. Plus I got a little girl that's depending on me to show her how to be independent, strong, free, tyranny in any form. Pour the Hennessy and memory of many gone. Ancestors still buried in the city hall, but they living on in the spirit form. Whispering these songs to me early in the morning, write it down, sing them on. Promise I'ma take it to the limit and beyond. Like Tupac, rich with Deepak, and it won't stop. When the beat stop, till the beat stop, and the preach stop, and police stop, and the seat stop, and the bank stop, and the tank stop. Oh, and the hate stop. And the hate stop. Break the mold, break the chains, take control, take the reins, take the shows, take your claim, make it known, make your name, don't wait for them, you make the change, you pave the way, you make the lane, accept the fact that you ain't the same, you face your fears and you take the bait, you got the heart, you got the gift, you got the life, you got to spit that gospel shit, that Creole soul. You wanna free your people, boy, free your soul. Don't follow no man, go be your own. No Jimmy R.P., no Leo Cole. Even your dream of bold. Break the mold, break the chains, take control, take the reins, take what's yours, stake your claim, make it known, make your name. Don't wait for them, you make the change, you pave the way, you make the lane. Accept the fact that you ain't the same, and you face your fears and you take the pain. Cause you got the heart, you got to give, you got the light, you got to spit that gospel shit, that Creole soul. You wanna free your people, boy, free your soul. Don't follow no man, go be your own. No Jimmy R.P., no Leo Cole. You believe in your dream and your dream of bold. Break the mold, break the chains, take control, take the reins, take what's yours.
This shit's spiritual for me.
Make it known, make your name, don't wait for them.
That's because what he's saying and who he is, and he really living like that. You know what I'm saying? About helping people, man. That's the we looked up to these fucking gangsters. We thought that was gangster. Robbing
shit, cracks don't pay shit, just like a slave ship. My chain gang, same chain with the same whip. Pimp game, big fame is the main strip. So I took it to the Underground Railroad, still drop jewels, even if I never sell gold. But the rap flow on another plateau. Bruce Leroy, B-boy.
He's saying I still spit my shit, even if I never go gold. I'm not doing it for that. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to this one more time, y'all.
Cause don't pay shit, just like a slave ship. My chain gang, same chain with the same whip. Pimp game, big fame is the main strip. So I took it to the Underground Railroad, still drop jewels, even if I never sell gold. But the rap flow on another plateau. Bruce Leroy, B-boy with the black glow. King like that, cold clean like the Mac. Leaning in the lack, leaning in his lap, blowing people to relax. So, baby, you can picture me rolling. Back from the future, got my history stolen by the so-called Jews, fake Christians and Romans. But I'm really the chosen, fully emboldened. Taking my throne and crown, BK soldier style. Ain't no holding down, shouting oldest child. Control the crowd, the flows around. Hoes and outs from all the roads are outs. So much over now. And hip-hop's global now. You know what they say, it goes around, comes around. Hold it down, hold it down. Slow metamorph of a black man with low credit scores and cold metaphors into a better force. Gotta be a ghetto boss, cause I can't pay the boss, rather go to rebel cause. Feel better off, like a runaway slave when he headed off. If you never take a chance, you already lost. So it's time to play my hand, I'ma bet it all. Nigga gotta set it pause, cause I can't go alone just to get along. Plus I got a little girl that's depending on me to show her how to be independent, strong, free, tyranny in any form. Caught a Hennessy in memory of many gone. Ancestors still buried in the city hall, but they living on in the spirit form. Whispering these songs in the early in the morning, write it down, sing it home. Promise I'm gonna take it to the limit and beyond. Like Tupac, it's from Deepak, and it won't stop. When the beat stop, till the beat stop, and the priest stop, and police stop, and the seat stop, and the bank stop, and the tank stop, and the hate stop. And the hate stop. Break the mold, break the chains, take control, take the reins, take the shores.
We got Loco in the back room. He about to come out and backstage.
You make the change, you pave the way, you make the lane. Accept the fact that you ain't the same. You face your fears and you take the bears. You got the heart, you got the gift, you got the light, you got the spit. That gospel shit, that Creole soul. You wanna free your people, boy, free your soul. Don't follow no man, go be your own. No Jimmy R.P., no Leo Cole. Leaving your dream of bold. Break the mold, break the chains, take control, take the reins, take what's yours, stake your claim, make it known, make your name, don't wait for them, you make the change, you pave the way, you make the lane, accept the fact that you ain't the same, and you face your fears and you take the pain, cause you got the heart, you got the gift, you got the light, you got to spit, that gospel shit, that Creole soul, you wanna free your people, boy, free your soul.
My new shit, this is the next one I'm doing right here. My boy Blizzard lost the link. He about to come back, aka Loco. I'm just trying to see what the weather like in New York. So I'm waiting for him to hit the link. Excellent. trick was fly as fuck, yo. Skylar Black, artist from over here, next door to me. Trying to get a sign.
Even when you switched up, I was in the back room, I was rooting for you like you look, like you do. When you in the trenches, I don't understand you can get stuck. If I'm all alone, I wanna rock Jason. I ain't really like Grayson, yeah. I'm no stranger. I'm not new, I'm so true to this. I keep blues like that. I'm motivation. But I get 2 cents. I'm in the new with. I'm on some new shit. Even when you switched up, I remember them days you picked up. Let me in the cold like a hiccup. I ain't never tell her you been dust. I was supposed to give up. You was supposed to be a real one. Who all that ooh and that fake shit? This social media never paid me, but I'm famous, yeah. At the top is where I'm hanging, yeah. I read the change up. I can change up on the same bus, and the same up, yeah. I'm on a mission. I just been locked up. I'ma let him go. I ain't finna miss some. Even when you switched up, I was in the back room, I was rooting for you like you look, like you do. When you in the trenches, I don't understand you can get stuck. If I'm all alone, I ain't wanna rock Jason. I ain't really like Grayson, yeah. I'm no stranger. I'm not new, I'm so true to this. I keep blues like that. I'm motivation. But I get 2 cents. I'm in the new with. I'm on some new shit. Even when you switched up, I was in the back room, I was rooting for you like you do.
Next one.
When you in the
We got another one called Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this girl signed this year. I got a whole arsenal of artists that I'm fucking with, and we going there.
I got you. You got to see the vision. Fresh me.
After the song, Blizzard Man, aka Loco, we gonna bring him out.
I'm a bad respect, yeah. And I like how bitches just a flex, yeah. I don't have regrets, yeah. Cause I'm the one that's stunting on my ex, yeah. You been on my neck, yeah. Cause my time is money like latex, yeah. I ain't bringing jets, yeah. I like feeling money more than sex, yeah. I don't know what's next, yeah. But God knows I'm the one that's next, yeah. Try to relax, yeah. Real niggas should never have to stress, yeah. Life is just a test now. So if I trick you with lessons, learn your best now. And I know you don't wanna see me next up. Cause God knows I'm that fucking catch up. I run up a check, yeah. I was all alone. Friendships starting to fade. Family was getting strong. It's hard to focus when you're gone. And free my niggas locked up. I only hear them through the phone. So I wake up every morning, spend 100 cause I'm blessed. Yeah. You only get one like I'm that's all my respect.
Yeah.
Different color diamonds like the ice got baguettes. No regrets, I'm a bad respect, yeah. And I like how bitches just a flex, yeah. I don't have regrets, yeah. Cause I'm the one that's stuck on my ex, yeah.
Hold on, Loco. Oh shit, Loco.
My mic acting now. Yo,
what's the problem, man? Where your boy look? We can hear you real good. Yeah, but Blizzard. This is my man. Hold up a second. This is Blizzard Man on the joint. This is my brother.
my mic is on some stuttering shit right now.
Nah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Blizzard Man. We can hear you. Nice. What is that on your head?
Here we go. Now we back. What happened?
What's that? I see in the back it says strength forever, things like that.
Yeah.
Blizzard Man. That's dope. That is dope. I like that.
You know it.
Let me ask you something. Blizzard Man, can you do me a favor? Can you get your brother Loco? Because I just need to ask him one question. Please don't get him. No disrespect. No disrespect to you.
I'm saying I'm feeling some kind of way, but you know, I ain't sensitive, thug.
Nah, but listen what I'm saying. What? Let me put my music back on. All right, let's go with this.
Money more than sex, yeah. I don't know what's next, yeah. But I know I'm the one that's next, yeah. I got you. You got to see the vision.
I do want to talk to Blizz about a few things, you know what I'm saying? But, you know.
I'm a bear respect, yeah. And I like how bitches just a flex, yeah. I don't have regrets, yeah. Cause I'm the one that's still ain't no my ex, yeah.
Oh. What happened?
What's up, bro? I know we ain't speaking.
Chilling. Hey, chilling, you chilling?
I'm chilling, I'm cooling. I'm all right.
Everybody chilling, everybody?
Yeah. Hey, I just want to ask you how's the weather out there in New York, man?
Is it cold? Is it knowing?
What?
And knowing. It's no knowing right now, but it knowing.
Wait, bro.
No.
Knowing what? Knowing what? Like, my bad.
Knowing. It's
knowing what?
Snowing. Thank you. They helping. Snowing, and it stopped snowing. It's just cold. Mucho frío.
Cold. Okay.
Mucho frío.
There's a lot of snow. So it's snowing.
No, not a lot. Just a little. They shut down the city because it 1 foot of snow. When I was a little kid, it snowed to my chest. I still had to go to school. It's a no shutdown. No shutdown.
You're sniffling. Is that the weather?
No. See, when I was a kid, it used to snow up to my chest. And when the snow come to your chest, you still go to school. Get out of my house. That's it. Go to school.
You talking about snow to your chest and your mother will still make you go to school? What would she say to you?
Get out of my house. Go to school. She go to eat the breakfast and their lunch. I said, no breakfast here. There's no breakfast here. I go to school, eat the breakfast, eat their lunch. What happened?
You told me one time you didn't want to go to school because it was snowing, and your mother called. She said she called you a son of a bitch. How did that go? Well,
This is what happened. I was going. She said, go to school. I said, mommy is knowing. She said, get out of my house. So I leave it, right?
What
and
time
the
was
guy,
it?
7:30 in the morning. And the guy, he throw another guy off the roof. So I see it right there. I go back. I say, mommy, there's a guy, he threw him off the roof. I don't want to go to school. She said, you son of a bitch. He don't throw you off the roof. Get the fuck out of my house. And I had to leave the house, go to school. It don't matter. It don't matter. And then, when I come home from school, it's a guy, he's still laying on the ground. There's no cars, no nothing. He's still there. 3 o'clock in the morning, Logo go to the store, right there, 24 hours. The guy, he's still out there. They don't come pick you up. That's nothing. That's how they do. What happened? Real talk. True story. All story not true.
Okay.
But this one is.
Okay. So you
talk about it, bro.
You call you son of a little bitch, and then she said because somebody jumped off the roof.
No. A guy throw a guy.
Wait. What do you mean he threw a guy? Like how? Describe this shit to me.
This is 1983 in the Bronx. And the Bronx were crazy. And the guy, I don't know what they doing.
Huh? No, I'm sorry.
And then The guy had the guy in the air. He throw him. Boom. He land. He died. That's it. I go back home, tell my mother, Mommy, the guy throw the guy off the roof. I can't go to school. She said, he throw you off the roof? I said, no, he don't throw me. She said, you son of a bitch, get out of my house. Go to school. I had to go to school, no matter what. Snow, dead body, no matter. It doesn't matter.
Dead body.
That's the Bronx. 1983, B.
So you seen a nigga get thrown off the roof?
Just like that. Boom, dead body. That's it. And they leave his body outside all day, 7:30 in the morning to 3 o'clock the next morning. Then the cars come. Then the guy come with the lights and they come picking him up. But that's how it was in the Bronx, 1983. That's it.
Oh, man.
We break dance. That's it. Hip hop, don't stop. That's it.
Okay, since having COVID, how you been feeling, man?
No, the local don't have it.
Somebody told me you had COVID.
No, they said I got good antibody. My antibody, high level. I'm good.
All right.
I don't let them put the thing in my nose and they'll dig in my brain. They put it. They put a thing in your nose. COVID, you got it. I told her, I said, hey, taking my spit.
You still playing around? Do you still play around?
What? Basketball? Chess?
No, you know, loco.
No. Loco Chili. It's in the house. My wife. That's it.
Come on, loco. You not party no more?
No chip. No. That's it. That's it. I used to. That was a thing in the past. You told me they got kids. They're watching us. Don't say nothing. But when I tell the truth, Macmean, you tell me, oh, don't say nothing. But I tell you, okay, I don't do nothing. Kids, leave that crack alone. That's it.
Oh. I wasn't told my crack.
I know messing with crack. What you talking about? Perico?
Yeah.
Hey, New Year's, maybe Christmas, little something for me, 1 gram by myself, go to the baño, get it, come out. It's a party, baby. That's it. That's it. But I don't do it too much. Not only holiday and me birthday. And me happy birthday. That's it.
Okay, it's cool like that. It's all right.
That's it. Happy birthday, you. Happy birthday, you. That's it. That's it.
How you get it?
No. Me no. Me no talking.
Okay, no. Okay.
Me no.
Right.
No get it. No get it.
Hit the like button.
I find it.
Found it.
I put $20 on the floor. I come back, $20 go. Perico right there. I find it. Thank you.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Okay. I'm about to get off of this soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Can you bring Blizzard Man back for a second? I just wanted to check the weather and check how you doing to make sure, because somebody told me you had COVID. You know what I'm saying?
No, I tell him. Give me a second. Loco, peace out.
Oh.
What's
Can we get 60 likes?
Me's off. What's good, kid?
Junior, son. What's up, Blizzard? Now I just have to check with your partner real quick. So why you told me Loco had the fit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they said that because he went to go take the test, because he was feeling a little under the weather. Nigga had a little fever. He started panicking, You tell Loco take his mask off, stop fronting. You know, he gonna get sick. So he went to take the test. You know what I mean? But he was good. He was good.
So a lot of people been asking about you, bro.
What's happening, man?
People just want to know, you know what I'm saying, what's up with your channel and stuff like that. And
hey,
bring stuff out. Just give them an update.
Honestly, this is how we're gonna do it because it's gonna be real big. I'm not telling y'all that just to lead y'all on. I just want to let y'all know we trying to, you know, make sure things is proper for the people because I don't want to get up on this joint and just be, you know, spitting some bull. You know what I mean? No bull. I just want to come at y'all, you know what I'm saying, with something, some real content. You know what I mean? I want, you know, Mac do it. He keep that content straight. So, you know, it's only right. What's up?
What I tell people about you, KB, is this. Well, about people that do comedy, period, or have that. I'm gonna tell you two things. Number one, some people got that natural, you know what I'm saying, just get it off, you know what I mean, and they just fight.
Yeah.
You know? And then you got some that's like they have to study it, you know what I mean? They come from a different place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. But on the other end, doing time with you, my nigga, like that comedy, like be us snapping on everybody. I'm going, like, you know what I mean? Like us having that ability to do that. A lot of dudes, you couldn't just snap on people. You couldn't be no inmate just wrecking on people. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We have to kind of like have some sort of strength behind you.
Yeah, and on top of that, this is the thing. Like, you know, we kind of touched on this a little bit before. We was around some people that didn't smile for 10 years straight. You know what I'm saying? And they get around us, and you know what I mean?
What was his name? What was that nigga that we that Muslim brother?
Oh, I thought you was talking about
Doc. Not Doc. You remember he was in the mess hall with us when we was in A1?
You talk Sharif?
Sharif. No. Sharif was scum dog.
Sharif was just, no. Oh, you talking about Sabor was scum dog.
Okay, so Sabor was scum dog. So we talking about Sharif. Remember Sharif? How he was? He never smiled. He never. Everybody hated him, and then we ended up cool with Sharif.
Yeah.
I forgot what happened with him.
No, he good. I seen him. He came home.
Sharif. Wow.
He came home and got his teeth fixed and everything. Because you remember, okay, before you left, his shit was full. His bones was hitting the deck. He got home, got him some new joints. You know what I'm saying? He tuned in. You know what I'm saying? He was all right. I seen him. I seen him on the train. This was like about a good 10 years ago. I saw him.
He must be happy to see you.
Yo, listen. When he saw me, because he was on the train with the gorilla, you know, he looking around. Because I knew the look. The look, you know, like, you know, shit is moving too fast.
How do people what you talking about?
Like he had the he wasn't ready to be around crowds and shit moving that fast.
He was standoff. He was standoff.
Real standoffish, and he didn't like being around a whole bunch of people and everything moving real fast. Wasn't used to that yet. And I had the same look on my face 5 years before that, so I already knew what it was. So when I saw him, when I saw him, I pulled him up. Yo, Reef. He was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? People looking at us, they bugging. I mean, everybody parted like Moses just stepped on the train.
Yeah.
And he me and him start kicking, you know, we showed each other love, gave him a hug and all that, talked to him, hit him, showed him I had a cell phone. That's when the flip shit. I showed him, I said, yo, you got a cell phone? He was like, yeah, but I don't know how to use it. I put my number in his phone and all that shit because I just learned how to use it myself. Hit him off, you know, and we vibed for a little while, but I ain't see him too much. But he was doing all right. He had a job and all that off the rip.
Well, we was the only two people that Sharif liked. And like
we was the only two people that was gonna give it to him too. But he you know, he played his position.
Yeah, no, you know what it was with me because he was Muslim. We bumped heads a lot.
Yeah.
And I hated that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I end up respecting him because he held his ground. He didn't just let us. You know, we used to just depot niggas and like so. He made that happen.
He didn't fold.
Yo, he was not folding, man. I hated that nigga. Then you start stealing from the mess hall. I'm like, nigga, yo, You gotta ask permission, nigga, to steal, nigga.
Talking about word up. You
We
have
about to get this nigga a blanket party, bro.
yeah.
Sharif, I love you, my nigga.
Yeah, Sharif is good, brother.
At the
Good,
real
bro.
Mac, or tap in with Blizzard Man, you know what I'm saying, on
Yeah.
on IG, Blizzard Man K, you know what I'm saying? So put that up for me, please. Or Blizzard Man _KB, right?
On the joint? On
Instagram.
On Instagram, no, Blizzard Man BX.
Oh, Blizzard Man BX, right? Now check this out.
At Blizzard Man BX. Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you a secret about myself, right, bro? Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't handle when people didn't like me. You feel me? So you know what? What's so crazy is I'll probably bust somebody else's head. But somebody that I know didn't like me and didn't, I had to figure that out. So I was bored with them people like me. I hate when people don't like.
Yo, let me tell you something. It was a few people that on site didn't like you because they didn't understand you. And they didn't, but you had to realize too, you was way younger than a lot of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? After they got to know you, they was like, yo, you play. This is what you do. I see how you used to rope them like this. Either you hit them with Scrabble or chess, or you aggravate the shit out of them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And test
their
armor.
You know what's crazy, KB? You gotta think Gotti was there. CD was there. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas that knew me for real.
For real.
Yeah, so we got there. As soon as I got there, it was cushion, but it was like that in every jail I went to. It's always now. I always had somebody in the receiving room. CD was in the receiving room. You know what I'm saying? I got there. So he let me know everybody that was in jail. That's the best. Way shit goes when you get the receiving room and you know somebody, they can let you know if your ops is in that jail.
Yeah, that's what them the people to be connected to.
And also to get your shit in, because you know what I'm saying. You know,
That's
Fred was saying, you only get 4 bags and the rest you
right. Yeah, because yo, Gotti, I forgot Gotti put dibs on. Gotti put dibs on.
That's right.
Because it was Doc and Gotti.
And that's
then dibs came, and that's crazy how Gotti put dibs in there, and because it was an eclectic group. That was an eclectic group.
Yeah. This was
all dangerous dudes.
We all played chess with each other.
Yeah.
We all, deep games. Like I was out the key. You know what I'm saying? And you know that chessboard is like, okay, well, when you first get to jail, for people that don't understand, you be playing shit like casino with cards. You be playing shit like spades in a while. And then all that shit.
Cancun,
some coon, some can't.
Some
you know
can't.
And shit like that. The old timers play coon. You got these games, casino. What's that other shit? Crazy Eights. You know what I mean?
Hearts. Dirty Hearts. Who could get dirty? Yeah.
Who could get dirty?
Yo, who before we even go in,
dirty.
Yo,
I get dirty.
Dirty.
I get dirty.
Put it down. Yeah. Slam.
I get dirt.
Dirty. Heart is dirty.
Dirty.
Yo, check this out. We got to
get on that.
We got to get to big up the old timer, yo. I just seen the old timer, Mr. Sharp. Remember the old car shop? Old car shop? Remember him? Mr. Sharp. The old dude, he was real old, and he used to gamble with, like, he was the bank. He was the bank. He will be 91 January 1st. I hit him. He used to hang out with Mr. Blue, the other dude that worked on Mr. Blue was from up there in Albany. He used to hang out with Doc, Rome, Uncle Rome. Uncle Rome on the pimp side, Uncle Rome with the pimping. You know what I'm saying?
Worked the admin building with me.
Yeah, exactly. But he one of the old timers that just all you ever seen him do was come to y'all play cards. He was on, you know what I'm saying? And he that was his rec. He played cards. He gambled all the time and gambled on the sports and all that. But he'll be 91, you know what I'm saying, on January 1st. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go check him because he got a little home attendant and all that. And I go checks on him every now and then. You know what I mean? But you know, true old Brooklyn gangster. He you know what I'm saying? He be 91. He said to tell you. He said because when I mentioned you to him, he said, you talking about the you know the you know he be rapping and he be rapping, you know. He was like he you know yeah. He definitely was he remembered you, man. 91 years old, man. He remembered you, man.
Let me address this, right? Junior's Towing says chess is a dangerous game in prison. The loser feels like the winner thinks he's smarter than him. Seen it cause big problems. Now, this is my experience with chess, right? Because I'm a real big chess player. And every spot I went to, I cooked motherfuckers in chess. Now, chess, it could be like that when you're playing with a motherfucker that you don't really know. See, playing chess with people that you really know. Like I played chess with Ivan for years, right? For 3 years straight. Now, and that shit, here it is. Ivan has a reputation for, I think, what was it? Like kill police and some shit. He was a dude that was down like 30 years, 35 years.
He was a real hitter. Put it like that.
He's a real hitter. And the funny thing about it is that me and Van wanted to play with me all day. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And it was because I used to snap on Van. I used to kick his ass. Yeah. And then Van started getting good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, like Junior. Yeah, I used to have like, I didn't think like, okay, well, let me explain to you. I didn't think that you think that you're smarter than me, but it's a war. If you beat me, especially if I'm used to whooping your ass, like Van used to get mad at every fucking thing I did when I played chess, when I used to beat him. I used to bust his ass, right?
Yeah.
I used to whoop Van's ass, and I'll be doing shit like this, like, give me that shit. I'll be looking at shit like, and just throw that shit. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. You was messing with his head. You was messing with his head.
Then Van, who's a fucking name brand killer, you know what I'm saying, I'm scared of.
Yeah.
We had a close relationship. So when Van first beat me, I was like, I blamed it on, this is what happened. You cannot, Van knew one thing. And he could not play chess with the people that played like him.
Right.
He played with me.
To get better.
I was able to beat him. And then it got to a point. But us chess players, this is what I learned. The most valuable lesson I learned from Van is this. It plays out the 48 laws. And he was a scientist. Me and Van used to catch fucking praying mantises. You know what I'm saying? If you killed the praying mantis in that yard, I would have beat your head in.
Yeah.
So we're in. Real talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real serious about nature.
Leave those alone.
But let me just say this, right? Check this out. Ivan, right, came back and beat me in chess, right? So all the times, like how with Doc, when I used to smack Doc around, and when he was in I used to smack Junior Sawyer. I'm good looking, man. Big shout out to you. Laugh out loud. They will be in their feelings, so you know what I'm talking about. Big up. Hell yeah. Check this out.
You know.
So Van beats me. Now, mind you, I bet Van is looking at me like this. Like, he didn't even, you know how people, like somebody, they look at you, okay, you did a bunch of violent shit to people, and they might be, they might respect that somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're a shooter, or some shit like that. Oh, you got kicked off. Let me tell you this. Right? Back to Ivan. Okay, so I'm linked back up, so it doesn't make it back in it. You know what I'm saying? But this is how it goes. When I used to beat him, I bet in man's mind, he didn't even think about me or consider what type of case I had or what type of tough nigga I thought I was. He didn't look at none of that shit. Van was looking at me like, yo, he's beating me, and I'm going to figure it out. So Van used to make these chess books, right? Right? So check it. Van would read chess. And he'll be telling me about plays called, like, you know, like the Queen's Gambit or the Rui Lopez, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm like, he's bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like that. None of that shit. No matter what you learn or think you learning, it's not gonna help you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So he beat me that first time, and I go, and I'm still beating him, but then he beats me again. Then he beat me again, and then it gets to a point where Ivan was able to beat me in chess, and I couldn't do nothing with him. I had to learn strategy.
The thing is, play somebody better than you now.
It's not even that. Sometimes it's not even about that. It's about re-strategizing, right? And structuring your game more serious. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So what happens is when you play people that can't play on your level, they're your student. And if you're not constantly elevating while you're teaching your student, if you're teaching your student every trick, you can't beat a student severely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to learn. Yeah.
Let's say, and this is what I learned, right? Let's say you have 5 levels of strength, and that's chess, right? You don't want to show me. I don't need to show you past number 1 for you to think that I hit hard. But I will go up level 3 with somebody that I know that can't beat me. You dig where I'm coming from?
Right.
I know they can never catch up to level 3. You feel me? Even if I taught them a lot of shit, the one thing that you can't teach a person outside of moving the pieces, you can tell them certain strategies, but you can't give them that vision. You know what I'm saying? That aerial vision of this, and let this chessboard represent something different. The ones that really win at chess is the ones that look at chess not like chess. And that's how Van looked at it. He thought about it like that. So you had competitiveness, but you didn't have I hate you, or I think that you think that you're smart. If anything, that forces you to get better. And it's a good, and when it forces you, when steel is sharpening steel, you respect steel. That's just how it is. Real niggas is gonna do real things. When you deal with an inferior person, you know what I'm saying, a mindset that can't take a loss, that's a dangerous person. You don't want to be around that person anyway. Chess is reflecting.
Yo, you hear me? Remember the brother Rashid that used to make the cakes? Bald-headed Rashid, he was like the best chess nigga in the whole spot. You know what I'm talking about?
I hated that fucking Albany motherfucker.
Nah, he ain't from Albany.
Where was he from?
He from Co-op City, B.
Light-skinned motherfucker. He did mad time?
Yeah, short, bald-headed Rashid, Muslim brother. Short, bald-headed Rashid. Not the light skin dude. Rashid was like my complexion, the bald head. He used to like slay everybody. Anybody that played him?
Fuck with Hamza?
Of course. Yeah. He used to make Hamza cake. Now you remember? He used to make the cakes.
I don't know.
He never worked in the mess hall or none of that. He used to just make cakes up in his crib. He used to make cakes. But anyway,
what college you in?
He was in 1B. He was upstairs with D and them. He the one that got busted with Lawrence Taylor a few years ago. If you can remember. Yeah. Lawrence Taylor, the football player.
He's ex-Giant. Wait, I don't. You talking about that hemo?
Nah, on some pimp shit. Like on some. Yeah, it was crazy though.
Oh, nah. You were all over the place, baby.
No, you know Rashid though.
The local guy explains because you bugging, man. You're not even telling me.
The Lawrence Taylor shit?
What you talking about? I don't want to assume anything. Tell me what you're talking about.
Okay. Lawrence Taylor had got busted for having sex with an underage female. Rashid was supposedly, allegedly, the one that brought the girl to him.
Wow.
And Rashid, remember, he had 8 1/3 to 25. They made him do as much as they could. I think 8 1/3 to 25, they make you do 16.
17.
16 and 8. Yeah. So 17, he came home on parole. So he still had the parole time on top of that. And he went back, snatched him up. He did the 5. He did like 5 years. He said, somebody told me home now. But he was like one of the dead nicest kids in chess, like for his age.
I'm trying to remember because you know what I'm saying. Let me see.
I'm gonna tell you where you used to play him at.
What was he playing at? What block he was playing on?
He'll play on C cottage on the porch. He'll play on the exactly, and he'll play D cottage court. Okay.
I played on D.
What was the cottage? What was the cottage up in the back? E, right?
E cottage, all the way to the top.
Okay. E, D, and C. E, D, and C cottage. He used to be on those porches playing chess.
And cook those niggas.
You played with Rashid. Believe me, trust me. If you had to, you had to.
I used to rock.
You had to, because
I know, but I had to bust his ass.
They had a kid come. This kid, he used to play the dudes in the newspaper, right?
I don't remember nobody from her smoking. Only one that even beat me that I remember about was CD.
I'm gonna tell you, when you see Rashid, because it's gonna come a time we're gonna run into him. When you see him, you're gonna go, oh shit. That's all I got to say. Because I do that to you.
Somebody there that used to fuck me up.
One dude.
Oh, yeah, who the? I gotta see this nigga picture. There was a nigga that used to beat my ass like nothing. Short,
chinky eyes, the bald head.
I didn't know if he was. Did he go to the march yet? Yeah. A lot of Muslims didn't go to the march.
No. Rashid went. Rashid definitely went. Rashid, he was down since 9/1. He was one of the young batch. He's a part of the young batch that was there since he was 3. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. I hate to cut you short, but I'm getting the fuck up off of this. You heard?
All right.
I got people do things to see. Let them know your information again. I'm gonna throw your banner up again. You know what I'm saying?
And we putting that together, yo. It's at Blizzardman BX on IG, and that's it, man. And we about to get real. Hope not even. I'm gonna say hopefully by the top of the year everything will be tight and right, and we ready to slide up and do it. Get it crazy. Pause. You know what I mean?
Like you said, pause. Get it crazy. I love you, bro. I'll talk to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you early. I'm straight local. Word up. Now I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go check out Run Tell That Martin.
Okay. Listen, let me just ask you this last question. When can they give them guesstimation of when your channel will be up? And when can they be looking for you?
Look for me at the top of the year, man. 2021. You know what I'm saying? We already got 2020 vision. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's crazy. It's gonna be something that you enjoy, and music is gonna be involved. You know what I'm saying? Straight real conversation. It's gonna be really, 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 really good, man. I believe so, man. And on the strength of you, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This is something that, I wasn't even on that channel. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know how we do. Iron sharpen iron, man. And it's about to get crazy, man. Loco is on some other shit too. He real funny style nigga sometimes.
Yo, yeah. I know once Loco get drunk, it's gonna get stupid.
He was with Pepilo. He was with Pepilo and the mother Edgar, Pepilo, Chino.
Hey, listen, Loco's gonna have his own love advice.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Hey, yo, I'm out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love you, bro. So
I love you more. Salute.
Peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's my about to get up over this, y'all. Hey, up, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that donated, if you can like, subscribe, share this, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the message out. All right? Smack me. True story, or story, true story. I'm gonna take you, and I like how we just a flex, yeah. I don't ever regret you, cause I'm the one that's stuck in my ex, yeah. You ain't on my neck, yeah. Cause my time is funny like my text, yeah. I ain't bring a jets, yeah. I like to live money more sexy, yeah. I don't know what's next, yeah. But I know that's next, yeah. Try to relax, yeah. Real nigga shit that I have to stress, yeah. Maybe just a test,
now. So if I show you a lesson, learn your best now. And I know you the one that see me next up. Knows I'm not fucking catching up. I run up, I check, yeah. I was all alone. Friendships starting to fade. Family was getting strong. It's hard to focus when you're gone. Every niggas locked up, I only hear him through the phone. So I lift up every voice, man. Honey, cause I'm blessed, yeah. You only get one like all, that's all my respect. Yeah. Different color diamonds, like an iced out blitz. No regrets, I'm a bad respect, yeah. And I like how bitches just a flex, yeah. I don't have regrets, yeah. Cause I'm the one that still ain't on my ex, yeah.
Just gotta take a break to fix my brain. Chopstick painter, they so me. I don't get in the shape of pain. So man, I don't know everybody cause you need to change with everybody. So nigga wanna talk with the game. Same niggas that I ate with in terms of play. They change with the baby in the mother stack. They tell me that they love me to this fake. So man, I don't know everybody. Niggas think the change with everybody. They so fuck everybody. Sleep, I promise for pieces. They can test you, pick up no pieces. Stop popping. Go pieces, like I'll be down to old preacher. I'm down for sleep. Let's go grab it. Gotta take a break to fix my brain. Chopstick picture, the bitch on me. But the cops gon' get me in the shit so bang. So who man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off with everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the band down. Same niggas that I ate with in terms of play. Big chain with the baby in the motherfucking stack. They tell them they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. I'm straight. So who the man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the bread daddy? You niggas, but they so fuck everybody. Shit goose with two slow pieces. International pimp, no visas. Now I'm popping, eating gold pieces. Now you can die, better get an old preacher. My name, $500 for sneakers. Matter of fact, that's autograph. I ain't even gonna talk about the watch. Touchdown on the club, quarterback. I'm in the natty now. Who got the caddy down? Who got a rag top? Glory, I am the daddy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I shoot at the mat lock. Say a nigga smiling, you bitch better watch, nigga. That shit right here, man. Better clock a nigga. You a day late and $1 short, boy. So I roll up, you a bit too hostile, nigga. It's on my waist, 45, Michael Jordan on it. I caught my case, told Shorty bye. Had to fight cause the bitch ain't getting me. I be out here shooting these movies and shit. Niggas buying cars, I Uber, bitch. Niggas think I'm smart with the stupid shit. Pull up with the blood on my duties. Take a break to the fix my brain. Chopstick big turtles on my feet. From give me in the shit go bang. So man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take a chain off with everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the bread daddy? Say niggas that I ate with in terms of play. Big chain with the baby in the motherfucking stack. They tell them they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. I'm straight. So who the man, I don't know everybody. Shoot a nigga, take the chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the bread daddy? You niggas, but they so fuck everybody.
I record all this shit myself too, man. I'm sorry, man. I know it's probably redundant, but I got this place one more time.
Chest, VP, I gotta take a break to fix my brain. Chopstick picture, the bitch on me. But the cops gon' get me in the shit so bang. So who man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his everybody. So who a nigga wanna talk with the bread daddy? Same niggas that I ate with in terms of play. Big chain with the baby in the motherfucking stack. They tell them they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. I'm straight. So who the man, I don't know everybody. I shoot a nigga, take the chain off his dead body. So who a nigga wanna talk with the bread daddy? You niggas, but they so fuck everybody. That shit goose with two slow pieces. International pimp, no visas. Now I'm popping, eating gold pieces. Now you can die, better get an old preacher. My name, $500 for sneakers. Matter of fact, that's autograph. I ain't even gonna talk about the watch. Touchdown on the club, quarterback.
I'm in the daddy now. Who dropped the caddy down? Who got a rag top? Maury, I am the daddy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I shoot at the shot and I'm saying nigga smile in your face. Better watch, nigga. That shit probably ain't man. Better clock a nigga. You a day late and $1 short for us. I rolled on from a bit too high school, nigga. Was on my waist, 45, Michael Jordan on Billy D. I caught my case, so shorty by. I had it right cause the bitch ain't visit me. I be out here shooting these movies and shit. Niggas buying cars, I Uber bitch. Niggas think I'm smart with the stupid shit. Pull up and put blood on like do this trip. I take a break just to fix my brain. Chopstick big, turn the bitch no name. All the cops gon' get me if the shit go bang. Man, I know everybody. A stupid nigga take a chain.
I'm a one-man show. I do all this shit by myself.
Say niggas that I ain't with them.
I got these artists.
Baby, the motherfuckers stay. They attention if they hate me, then they love me, then it's fake. So who the man? I know everybody. A stupid nigga take a chain off his dead body. So who the nigga wanna talk with the red daddy? I knew them niggas when they saw fucking everybody.
You know how to do it. For real, for real. Me and True Story, or stories being true. Fucks with y'all. Subscribe, like that shit.